Welcome all to Season 43, Week 1, Day 3. Hope you all are having an excellent day today. I am your host for today's stream, AJay887, and I am joined once again by the illustrious HBJ. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, and I hope this picks up on stream, hopefully.
Looks like it's going through, so I think you should be all set. But
As much as I like looking at your PFP, can I see the stream, please?
oh, absolutely yes. Sorry about that.
I
There
like
you go.
I like bird Pokemon as much as everyone else, but come on, please.
There we go. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. My fault. There we go.
Always make sure you hydrate before a stream too.
It's true. Absolutely. And during the stream.
Yes.
Ew, bird Pokemon? No, bird Pokemon are great. In this case, it's a fusion between Darkrai and Articuno.
Oh no, there you go. That's
Yeah,
how you get.
it's Dark Articuno. Really cool. But I think we are about ready to get into stream. As I would love to continue this Pokemon conversation like during the upload chat, but we gotta get going. We got plenty of games to get to today. So here we are on May 7th. This is where we left off yesterday. We are going to go ahead and finish off the day and save just in case. Heading into May 8th, we have our first streamed game of the day. The New York Voyagers will be on the road against the Providence Crabs, who are 10-4 on the season, 7-3 specifically at home. We'll be seeing Johnny Patey V2 on the mound for the New York Voyagers versus James Daly for the Providence Crabs. And a couple of things to keep in mind here, specifically that we are going to be monitoring those milestones courtesy of our stats team. Thank you very much, stats team, for collecting those for us. And a couple of players are to be kept an eye on in this one. Actually, I think it might only be one. Let's see. Providence Crabs. Yeah, Pax Torrent won't be getting the start. So unless something goes really, really wrong for the Crabs and Pax Torrent has to pitch in relief, we won't be seeing that milestone in this game. But James Dion, the leadoff hitter for the New York Voyagers, is only 3 stolen bases away from 300 on the career. So be keeping an eye on James Dion and if and when he gets on those base paths to see if we can get a milestone shown on stream tonight. But HBJ, what are you thinking about these two teams? It looks like New York seems to have the advantage on the head-to-head. What are you going to be looking for tonight in the first streamed game tonight?
For the speed advantage here quite a bit because New York does have the advantage with Dion at the top of the lineup, but Santiago Benito, very good arm behind home plate, previously has had no issue throwing out base runners. So that's huge for New York's side of things. They have to get on base, but if they are going to steal base, they have to make sure that it's not at times where they have them in scoring position. Getting thrown out third base in the middle of a big inning will not benefit them. For Providence, their 2 and 3 hitters, Shiesty Jr. and Whiskey Fuse, are both scorching hot right now, leading their team with home runs at 4, and both of them have double-digit RBIs at 10 and 17 each. Patey has faced both of them a small amount. Benito has the advantage there. But I think the speed game for New York is the big part of it, and for New York, they have to keep Shiesty and Fuse off base and out of big situations entirely. For Providence, they need to have a good game. Pitching-wise, specifically James Daly. This is his first start against New York this season.
Absolutely. And you mentioned both Joe Shiesty Jr. and Whiskey Fuse. Both of them the only hitters on the Providence Crabs that are hitting above 300 or even hitting above 270. So these two batters are going to be potential trouble for the Voyagers. But if New York can shut those two down, the rest of the lineup doesn't pose as much of a threat as those two batters. Though they still can get on base and they still can score plenty of runs, as they have shown to lead to their 10-4 record on the start of the season. But I think we're ready to get underway. James Daly will take to the mound against James Dion, Bellick Cove, and Franklin DeMars. Be sure to get your predictions in for will there be a run in the 7th inning? Yes or no? You can wager those channel points, and I assume that prediction will probably be closing partway through the game, maybe around the 5th. But it is betting time, so get those predictions in as we start up our first streamed game of the day. I'm realizing now that I might need to put BNN on. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and pause after this first batter here. It will be James Dion, the center fielder, first up here with a quick strikeout, so you won't see them getting onto the base paths quite yet. Oh, did I not turn BNN on? I forgot to turn BNN on. That was due to the playoffs. All right. Well, I guess we'll just turn the BNN scoreboard off, and we'll adjust that on the next stream game. My fault, everyone. But we will continue on with Voyager's Crabs. Bellick Cove will start things off after the strikeout from Dion with a big triple. They actually throw into home to prevent an inside the park home run there. Cove already in scoring position. DeMars goes deep all the way to the wall in center. And it will be a sac fly, bringing home Bellick Cove. Voyagers will strike first here. J.R. Frankenstein is going to ground out the cleanup hitter, not getting on board, and we'll head to the bottom of the first with HBJ taking us through the Crabs lineup.
Your Alligator has 8 stolen bases so far this season, hitting just .230 facing the lefty, as they're going to fly to left for the first out. Shiesty Jr. 386, hitting it to deep left field. That one's going to be caught by the left fielder DeMars, however, for the second out. Whiskey Fuse lines to right, and that's a fairly quiet inning for the Providence Crabs. 1-0 Voyagers as we head to the second inning.
Pallador's the catcher, hitting .340 on the season so far. With a fly out to left, that average will take a little bit of a hit down to .333. TGP now, the first baseman, is going to strike out, swinging, and that will bring up Ifej Cove. I always get confused with these coves. Ifej Cove, the third baseman, is going to beat out the throw from shortstop, Otijo Mazark Cove, and that will be an infield hit. Joey Moose draws a walk, so now it's first and second with 2 outs, but a fly ball to right field should do it for the inning, as Errol Cove will fly out to end the top of the second. We head to the bottom half of the inning, 1-0 Voyagers.
Family reunion. As we have Benito hitting that one to deep center, that's going to hit off the top of the wall and be a double, as that's going to put a runner on second base with nobody out. Rye with a base at center field. Center fielder's going to come up firing, but the ball is just a little late. Beef Rye scores Benito. Swanson Goose is going to take a 4-pitch walk. Stubby McGuire, ex-Raptor, steps in now and goes down looking on a fastball, as there's 1 out. Philip Alou is going to go down swinging as well. Cove now is going to line one to left. That's going to drop it for a base hit, and that's going to score the game's second run for the Crabs, as that's going to score B. Fry and make it 2-1. Grounder to third, and Gator is thrown out 5-3. A RBI single by B. Fry and by Cove makes it 2-1.
Providence taking the lead. Voyagers have a chance to take the lead right back here. Dion will start things off with the strikeout, and that'll bring up Bellick Cove. Deep drive to straightaway center. It is out of here. Over the wall, Bellick Cove with their 4th home run of the season. And that will put this game into a tie. 2-2. Now it's Franklin DeMars who grounds out on the first pitch that they see. J.R. Frankenstein on the 0-2 count is going to go yard as well. It's going to be 2 home runs in the inning for the Voyagers as they take the lead right back. 3-2 New York in the top of the third here, off of solo home runs by Cove and Frankenstein. Palladors will ground out to end the inning, but the Voyagers take back that 1-run lead. We head to the bottom of the third.
Shiesty Jr. steps up now, and they're going to walk on a 3-2 count. Whiskey Fuse up with Shiesty Jr. on, as there's a all back to the mound, and Patey's going to get the fielder's choice. Benito is going to strike out, had the ringing double back in the bottom half of the second inning. And Rye's going to line a base at center field. That's going to move Fuse up to third. Swanson Goose with 2 on. It's going to hit one to center field. That is back, and he hit the fence and he caught it. James Dion with a great play to keep this 3-2. We head to the fourth.
TGP going to start things off at the top of the fourth with a fly out to left. Ifesh Cove, now the third baseman, will strike out. It almost looked like he phased through the wall back there in center field in the last half inning. I think he did phase through there, bending space and time to make the catch. Joey Moose will get a single into right center. Sorry, make that a double into right center field. Head first slide by Joey Moose. Errol Cove is going to get hit by the pitch from James Daly, and now we have first and second with 2 outs for the top of the order once again. James Dion will fly out to left to end the New York fourth inning. 2 base runners, but they do not score. They remain in the lead 3-2.
Might need concussion protocol after that catch, as McGuire's going to ground one to Cove, and no, he's going to ground that one to Moose, and he is out. Alou to the third baseman, and Cove's going to throw him out. As Cove is going to ground to Cove, and Cove, as we head to the fifth. Oh, my head.
Big thank you to Paz for gifting a Tier 1 sub to Pineapple That Is Legit. 149 gift subs from Paz in the channel. Leadoff walk by Bellick Cove, followed by a strikeout by DeMars. And a stolen base by Bellick Cove will bring up Frank Estero with a runner on second and 1 away. But a quick strikeout, 6th one on the day for Daly. Brings up Palidorus, who flies out to left to end the innings. Still just a 1-run lead for New York as we head into the bottom of the 5th.
Great stay at bat, Red. As there's a ground ball, and that's an infield hit. Cove didn't even have a chance to get that ball off his glove. Gators steals second base, no contest. Stolen base number 9. As there's a diving catch by the center fielder Dion. He's all over the place. Whiskey Fuse. Liner into right, that's base hit. Here comes the throw. Plate to plate. No play. As Gators scores. That big stolen base leads to a 3-3 tie now. As Benito is going to go down looking for the second time today. B. Fry with an RBI single already is going to fly to short right field. And Errol Cove is going to make the catch. An RBI single by Whiskey Fuse ties the game as we head to the 6th.
Top of the 6th inning, full count from TGP, and a quick ground out to short. Will be the first out of the inning here. Ifesh Cove will follow up with a ground out to short of their own, and Joey Moose strikes out on the 0-2 slider. We head to the bottom of the 6th with the game tied at 3. We'll see if the Providence Crabs can take a lead.
Swanson Goose up now, and they're going to walk. That is walk number 3 for Patey version 2. As McGuire's going to be strikeout victim number 5 on the 0-2 count. Fastball blew it by him. And he gets Philip Alou on the 1-2 fastball. Mojito Cove is going to ground out to second base, where Belloc Cove is going to throw them out. As we head to the 7th, still deadlocked at 3.
James Daly back to the mound to start their 7th inning of work, getting Errol Cove to quickly ground out for the first out of the inning. Dion strikes out. That's the 3rd time, I believe, that they've struck out today. And strikeout number 8 on the day for Daly. Bellick Cove past a diving shortstop. Otijo Mizart Cove will get on base. Franklin DeMars will ground out to end the inning, though, and no one will score. It's time for the stretch in Providence as we head to the bottom half of the 7th.
And here comes Mr. Alligator, and they're on base again. They stole their 9th base in their last time they were on base. And here comes Parker Ness. And there's the funky rap music that plays every so often. As Shiesty Jr. is going to be out. And Palidorus didn't even get the ball out of his glove, as that's stolen base number 10. And Fuse has been a big factor today. That's their 2nd hit and 2nd RBI single to make it a 4-3 game. And they're going. That is just their 3rd steal all season, as Benito has gone for the 3rd straight time. 0 for 4 now. No, 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, as Rye is going to ground out. As we head to the top of the eighth, it's now 4-3.
Providence back in the lead here. We'll see if the Voyagers tie it back up. Buendia will take to the mound. Daly's day is done after 7 innings. A quick single by Francastero. That one's going to kick away from Benito, and Francastero will get to second. Another one! That's a wild pitch. Francastero to third. Palidorus will strike out. I'll bring up TGP. Strike 3 on the half swing. Ifesh Cove. Could Buendia bounce back from the 2 wild pitches? Walk drawn by Ifesh Cove. Joey Moose now with runners at the corner and 2 out. Grounded back to Buendia over to first in time for the out. No one scores after 2 wild pitches. Bring a runner to third with nobody out. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
Swanson Goose 0 for 1, couple walks as they ground out to shortstop. Stubby McGuire with another strikeout. Parker Ness, their second strikeout. 3 strikeouts for McGuire today. As there's a ground out to shortstop. Philip Alou is going to ground out. As we head to the top of the 9th, New York down to their final 3 outs.
It's their last chance. Bottom of the order, first up. It's Arrow Cove with a fly ball in center field. Easy can at corn for Alligator. Dusty DeSoto records their first out of the inning. James Dion will draw a walk. Off for second is Dion. Safe with a stolen base. There's the first on their road to 300 of the 3 that they need tonight. Fly out to left brings them down to their last out. Runner in scoring position. Franklin DeMaro's pop fly left side. Easy grab for Goose. And this game is over. Voyagers are going to fall to the Providence Crabs 4-3 as the Crabs improve their win-loss record to 11-4 on the season. We won't spend too much time on the box scores for the games that we do stream, but we will take a look at those who get the decision. PayTV2 will take the loss. Daly gets the win. Buendia the hold, and DeSoto will get the save. Bellick Cove will be your player of the game on the day today, going 3 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI in that number 2 position of the New York lineup. And now we will go ahead and autoplay all the rest of these because they didn't autoplay because I forgot to turn on BNN. But I will for the next stream game, I promise. But HBJ will be taking us through the first one with the Sloths and the Raptors.
Well, this score and the next one are going to be fairly easy to talk about, AJ. As this one was a 10-0 shutout for the Sloths. For the Sloths, there's a 4-hit day for Albies, a 4-hit day for Beauchamp Reyes, and a 4 RBI day for Long Pipe, including a 3-run homer. For Boise, single hits by Vacuum, Emeritus, and Williams. Losing pitcher is going to be Tucker Montgomery. Winning pitcher is going to be Sam Antonio. And they're going to get the player of the game. Just 3 hits over 7 innings.
Speaking of Antonio, we do have our first milestone hit of the night. Sam Antonio only needed 2 innings pitched to reach 1,500 on the career. So congratulations to Rosu.
Overqualified.
A little bit, yeah. But adding on 5 more shutout innings in addition. Well done, Sam Antonio. Well done, Juosu. 1,500 innings pitched on the career. And speaking of 10-0 shutouts, here's one of the Toronto Pathfinders getting the win over the Vancouver Vandals, who only muster 2 hits against Toronto. 2 only. Let's see. Quite a lot of 2-hit games on the side of the Pathfinders. 2 hits and 3 RBIs from Mo Love, the right fielder, and 2 RBIs from Dinamite at the top of the order. Vancouver's only hits coming from Swerve Jr. and Elwood Hayes, 1 apiece. What can I say except your welcome goes the complete game shutout, only allowing 1 walk and 2 hits while striking out 9, only needing 100 pitches to do it. Crash Jackson will get the loss, unable to get out of the first inning, it looks like. And what can I say except your welcome is the player of the game.
I wish I knew how to screenshot. I really do. As Buffalo's going to win this one against the Aviators. They win this one 6-3. As we look at Outer Banks, we have a 2 RBI day at the top of the lineup for Danny Brennan. We have 2 hits for Fielder and Beckett Brooks. Over on Buffalo, we have a 2 hit 3 RBI day for Valor Jr. and 2 hits for DR and Taylor. Starting pitcher is going to be Dolores Clifton, winning their second game. Save is going to go to DeIndex. And the losing pitcher is going to be Walrus Jones. Player of the game is going to be Vidal Valor Jr.
Another milestone as well. I just want to point out Mike Forbes Jr. needed 2 stolen bases to get to 300, and they get them both in the first game of the day, of the stream day. So congratulations to Mike Forbes Jr. for hitting 300 stolen bases on the career. Next up, Death Valley will take a 2-0 victory over the New Orleans Rougarou in a pitcher's duel. Only 8 hits total between these two teams. For New Orleans, their 3 hits come from Bang, Faker, and Shanahan, 1 each. On the side of Death Valley, we have a 2-hit, 1 RBI day for the leadoff hitter, Rusty Salmon Arms. Down in the pitching, Jones will get the win for Death Valley, going 7 shutout innings, only allowing 3 hits and 1 walk. Petrovic gets the 2-inning save, and Aaron Silence will take their 3rd loss for New Orleans. Player of the game, Giuseppe Jones.
Okay. As the Serpents are going to lose this one 6-2, Cancun is 14-1. Seems like that trade really that free agency really benefited them. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Wall, 2 hits for Q, and 2 hits, an RBI for Aza. Over on Seattle, we have 2 hits for Hayes and 2 hits for Angel. For pitching, Cancun had Ike Sampson getting the win, Wheeler getting the save, and for Seattle, Cookie, their 3rd loss. Ike Sampson is your player of the game.
Next up, we have the Detroit Demons getting the win over the Indianapolis Apex here. Demons improving to 9-6 on the season. 8-5 is the score in this one. We have 3 RBIs from Nakamura, the first baseman, on the side of Detroit, going 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Nate Nitro gets a hit in every at-bat they have, 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Stun Gun will take the loss for Indianapolis. Quentin O'Corrs will get the win for Detroit. And we have another milestone hit. Quentin O'Corrs needed 4 strikeouts to get to 1250 on the career. And they got 10. So they got quite a few of those strikeouts today. Didn't need to go quite that hard. These
milestones are just blowing by, aren't they?
Absolutely. We got 3 down, plenty more to go. Quentin O'Corrs will get the win, but Nate Nitro will be our player of the game in the loss for their team.
Lunar Base improves to 9-6 after a shaky start to the season. 5-2 winners. For Lunar Base, 2 hits for Dog Eminem, a hit and 2 RBIs for Lumo, and 2 hits for Moosey. Over on Nashville, we have Aldrin Sov 2 hits and Windsor with 2 hits and an RBI. Pitching, Cream is going to get their 2nd loss. Winner is going to be HOR Hypocrites. And Marston is going to get their 4th save. Player of the game is going to be HOR Hypocrites. Pronunciation issue.
The next prediction is up. Brew City Bears versus Puerto Rico Ranas. It's a simple who will win for this prediction. That will be our next stream game. We do have a quick sim day in between the 8th and the 10th when that game will be streamed, so you have plenty of time to predict. But by plenty of time, I mean 6.5 minutes, because that's all that's on the prediction. As we
the Miners, a mixed bag of nuts this season, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll see the California Firehawks pick up a win here, 10-9. Wow, look at this. This was a 9-0 lead for the Puerto Rico Ranas after the top of the 7th.
Oh no!
They blew a 9-0 lead. In the bottom
it's better than 33-0 like the Colts did last season.
No. Oh no! New fan with a grand slam home run in the bottom of the 8th. They go 2 for 5 on the day with 4 RBIs. Our Clear Not Cloudy gets 3 hits as well for California. For Puerto Rico, Y Cove will go 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs, as will Steel Stern, the 3rd baseman. LBG blows the save. Moon will take the loss, and 43 Jr. will get the win in relief for California. Wyneas Cove will be your player of the game.
In that situation, don't call Saul. 10-0, the Hepcats win this one. That's the 3rd 10-0 game we've had today. As for Chicago, 2 hits for Murphy II and 2 hits for Alexander. Looks like a 2-hit, 2 RBI day for Steve-O. 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Thriller. Pitching, is that Melgar?
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah, Melgar gets the win. T-shirt cutter gets the 3 inning save, and 43 gets the loss. Your player of the game is going to be Roman Melgar.
Well, you know what Melgar backwards is, right? It's
Raglan.
Raglan. Yep. That doesn't mean anything. I just wanted to point that out. That's what it is backwards.
I was
5 to
just
1.
like, wait, where's he going with this?
It's nothing. I wanted to see if I could get anyone in chat to think about it. But 5 to 1 victory for the Florida Flamingos over the State College Swift Steeds. 2 for 4 day with an RBI for McCringleberry on the side of State College. For Florida, we have McQueen going 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Green will get the win for Florida, their first of the season, only allowing 1 earned run on 7.1 innings pitched. Bones takes the loss for State College, and Lightning McQueen will be your player of the game. Did we mention McQueen? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, 3 for 4, 2 RBI. Yeah, I did.
8-2 in that game for the Wheelers against the Dillos. For Anchorage, a 3-hit, 3 RBI day for McNeely, a 3 RBI day for Wallace, and 3 hits for Ziegler. Perfect day at the plate for Toksum, 4 for 4, and then 2 hits for Shrew. Amarillo next is going to take their second loss. Dirk is going to get their first win, and Buckley the save. Scott McNeely is your player of the game.
And last up for May 8th, we have the Brew City Bears getting the win over the Louisville Lemurs 4-2, out hitting them 9-7. The only 2 RBIs for Louisville coming from McKinnon and Denstra, 1 apiece. Brew City gets 2 RBIs just from Legg, the center fielder, on a 2 for 5 day, while Ixon gets 3 hits. Center fielder gets the win for Brew City, 5.2 shutout innings, only allowing 3 hits. The Pabst gets the hold, Riggs the save, and Roll will take the loss for Louisville. Center fielder is your player of the game. So that'll do it for May 8th. We'll go ahead and save and advance the day. And it is a travel day for both the majors and the minors. So we'll go ahead and advance the day yet again to May 10th and save before we enter into our next game, our next streamed game. It's the Brew City Bears versus the Puerto Rico Ranas. Now let me go ahead and put BNN on here so that we don't forget that. But we have the 5-10 Puerto Rico Ranas versus the 10-5 Brew City Bears. Bears leading the division coming in. Puerto Rico Ranas at the bottom of their division in the East. So maybe a little bit of a lopsided matchup here. But the head-to-head actually looks pretty even. 5-5 in that regard. We have Carl Johnson on the mound for the Bears, taking on Nick for the Ranas. Nick has not had such a great start to the season with an 11.45 ERA. They'll be looking for a bounce-back start on the day today. Carl Johnson, a little bit better looking with a 1-1 win-loss record and a 2.65 ERA. But HBJ, what are you thinking about these two teams? Anyone in particular that's standing out to you?
Well, I'll be unbiased here as best I can, because I see Sterling Stern is leading the team with RBIs, average home runs, and overall at 38. He's got the fire symbol by his name. Other than that, I think that Puerto Rico is a much better put together team. I do question, and I'm not their GM, that I think that was Rory. I would have the bottom 3 hitting up closer to the top as Berezowski, Steele, Stern. Oh God, not the Stern movement now. As you got Stern and Stern hitting over 370, and then you got Quinn at the bottom there hitting 339. But yeah, no, I think this is all going to be on the Ranas offense, because with a 23 overall pitching, going to be a difficult day at the plate, especially with the way Johnson is lined up. 2.65 ERA, whip of just short of 1. You got to be aware of where you're going on this low road for this game, especially because one wrong pitch will pretty much set the tone for this game, especially if Stern gets on base.
Very true. So Sterling Stern with that big OPS of 1.085. We'll be seeing them lead off the bottom half of the first inning. But first up is going to be the Bears. So HBJ, you ready to head on into game? You'll be taking us through the away team, the
Yes, I'm
Bears.
ready to lead off here. Let me
All
get my
right.
batting gloves and I'll be ready to go.
Excellent. Gotta get those batting gloves on and get ready for some baseball. Let's go ahead and get the out-of-town scoreboard up here. And should be all good.
67 speed for that leadoff man, so you got to get them batting gloves out of your pocket if he's on base. As the Rockets have a 5-10 record going against the 10-5 Bruce City Bears, as Ixon is going to go down swinging here. Rhino leg is going to line into the corner. That is going to be a double as throws cut off. And Gonzalez Jr. steps in, speedy. It's going to fly to left for the second out. Grayson Gainey is up now, and they're going to line to left, and the left fielder, that's Cove out there. Wyness Cove is going to make a diving play, and that is the final out here as we head to the bottom of the first.
Sterling Stern, as mentioned, will lead things off for the Rockets in the bottom of the first inning, but they will strike out on the 2-2 pitch, bringing up Wyness Cove, the left fielder, hitting 273. And that will be their fourth home run of the season. Wyness Cove is going to go yard and put the Rockets up to an early 1-0 lead. Fourth home run of the season, 13th RBI of the season. They're now tied for the most home runs on the team with Sterling Stern. DeJong pops out to the left side, and Barry will ground out to end the inning. But the Rockets take an early 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the second.
This is Thomas Argent. Grounds to first. First baseman flips it over to Nick. And there's the first out. Niall Patterson. Drive to right field. Goodbye. As Brzezowski looked up and could not get it, 386 feet ties the game. As that is just his second of the season. We are tied here in the top of the second as Colton James steps in. He lines to right field. That's going to be trapped by the right fielder, so that's a base hit. As Houndstreamer is going to fly to center for the second out. Xavier Payne up now. They're going to fly to left, and that's going to end the inning. End the second inning, yes. As we head to the bottom of the second, a home run makes it 1-1.
Tex Justice Jr., the second baseman, will lead off things with a slow dribbler to the shortstop Xavier Payne, who throws on to first for out number 1. Big Hurt Thomas skies that into center field for Rhino Leg to put the glove on it for out number 2, and Berezowski will ground out to Payne as well. Puerto Rico goes down in order, 1, 2, 3, and the Bears and Ross are still even at 1 as we head to the top of the third.
So there's a fly to center by Ixon for the first out. Rhino Leg up now. So they're going to fly to short right, and the right fielder, Brzezowski, is going to be right there. Gonzalez Jr. is going to ground to second base, and that is the final out. As we head to the bottom of the third, tied at 1.
Steele Stern, the third baseman, starting things off. Another ground out to Payne, the third and 4 batters for the Ranas. They really like hitting it to the left side. Quinn, though, will buck the trend and hit it to the right side and ground out to the second baseman while Sterling Stern flies out to end the 1-2-3 inning. No hits in the bottom of the third. We head to the top of the fourth inning, still 1-1.
As there's a fly to center, back at the track, and the center fielder Sturt is going to make the play. Argent now is going to take a walk. That is first walk by Nick. And here comes Patterson, who's homered already, and they're going to hit into a fielder's choice. Colton James now with a base hit already. They're going to ground to short, and the shortstop Quinn is going to go the easy way. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, it is tied at 1.
Wyness Cove starts things off in the bottom of the fourth with a quick ground out to James, the second baseman. Quentin DeJong will ground out as well. This one to the left side. Payne getting quite a bit of action over there at shortstop today. and was bound to whiff one eventually. Griffin Berry is going to get on board with an infield single. Justice Jr. will get a base hit to center. Now we have runners at the corners with 2 outs for Thomas, who grounds it over to Payne once again. This one on to second for the fielder's choice. Puerto Rico does not score, and the tie remains 1-1.
There's a fly to center, and the diving catch by Stern out there. He can do it all. As there's a grounder by Payne to the first baseman, Big Hurt Thomas. And Ixon is going to be thrown out by the shortstop, Quinn. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Fairly brisk ball game so far.
Bottom of the 5th, bottom 3rd of the order. Berezowski grounds out to Payne once again. Steele Stern will draw a walk on a full count. Good eye. First walk issued by Carl Johnson on the day. Wesley Quinn will skyline into shallow center field as Leg will leg it out to put that one away. Sterling Stern will get a base hit, advancing Steele Stern to third. Now we have Wyneus Cove grounding it out once again to Payne, who throws on to second for the fielder's choice. Again, 2 base runners in the inning, and again, Puerto Rico fails to score. Still 1-1 as we head to the top of the 6th.
Leg to left center, and that's going to be caught fairly easily by Cove. Gonzalez Jr. Swing and a miss. And here comes Gainey now. Here's the pitch. And there's a fly to center, and that's going to end the inning. Shirazi comes in, retires 2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Quentin DeJong first up, and a ground ball down the line, scorcher past Streamer, all the way to second for DeJong with a double. And another ground out right to Payne, as Berry will be the first out of the inning. This one's getting past a diving second baseman, James. Tex Justice Jr. with a single. Thomas, deep drive to left field, all the way back to the wall. It's caught, and it is deep enough to score the runner. Ronas will take the lead once again. It is now 2-1. Berezowski with the runner on first and 2 outs will strike out, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of the 7th, but the Ronas will take the lead right back. 2-1 after 6.
Sargent now. And he hits one high and deep to right center. The right fielder, Berezowski, is right there, though. Niall Patterson homered already once, and he's going to get a diving play and an E. I think that was an... Yeah, E6. Wesley Quinn's throw was wide of the bag as James is going to strike out for the second out. Tying run on second base. Streamer to right field, caught by Berezowski. Shirazi with an inning and 2/3 of solid baseball as we head to the stretch. 2-1 Ranas.
It's going to be Steele Stern. Diving stop by the second baseman, James, who throws on to first. Not in time. Steele Stern beats it out for an infield hit. Flan Reynolds enters the game to pitch. Wesley Quinn will get an infield hit as Colton James unable to make the play. First and second now. Sterling Stern flies out to right. Ronas threatening here with first and second and only 1 out, but Wyneus Cove will pop fly that one out in front of the catcher for out number 2. Quentin DeJong, base hit up the middle. That's going to bring home a run, and the Ronas will extend their lead. It is 3-1 now. Griffin Berry, first and second with 2 away, will strike out to end the inning, but the Ronas add another run. It is now a 2-run lead, 3-1 as we head to the top of the 8th.
Here comes Xavier Payne, who's going to get a ground ball to shortstop for the first out. Ixon, a non-factor so far, is 0 for 3. And 0 for 4 as they fly out to Stern in center field. Rhino leg up now. Grounder to third, and a fairly quiet last couple innings for the Bruce City Bears, who are down 2 runs to the 5-10 Ranas.
And the Bears will be down to their last 3 outs in the top of the 9th coming up. The Ranas have another chance here to add some more runs and make it even more difficult on Bruce City. Justice Jr. strikes out, but Big Hurt Thomas will get a base hit into left. And now we see Mariusz Berezowski, who skies that one into center field. Easy can of corn for Rhino leg. Big Hurt Thomas on first, and Stern will ground out to end the inning. No one across on 1 base hit for Puerto Rico. We head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Bears.
Gonzalez Jr. up now, and there's a grounder to second base Shirazi in their third inning of work, and that's going to be Better Call Saul. Saul Goodman coming in out of the bullpen. And there's an error by the second baseman, Justice Jr. And there's a base hit from the center fielder. Things are getting interesting for Niall Patterson now. Pop-up second baseman, the left-handed second baseman, Justice Jr., who already flubbed one, has it. And a walk to
Ooh.
load the bases. Lindsley walks. Joseph Torres hitting 455. Hits one to center, but that's not going to be enough. On an 0-1 pitch, a sinker fly to center field, and Stern makes the catch. A 3-1 win for the Ranas, who are now 6-10 on the season, defeating the Bruce City Bears. Won't go over much on the box score. Shirazi 1, Goodman the hold, Vandals the save, as Johnson takes the loss. Your player of the game is going to be Nick. Despite the high ERA, pitched a fabulous game.
Absolutely. We were looking for a bounce back start from Nick in this one, and we found it. So congratulations, Nick. Kingpins will take down the Swift Steeds around the rest of the minors here. We'll be walking through the box scores. Swift Steeds 11 hits to the Kingpins 7. 2 RBIs for Kent Murphy the second, a right fielder for Chicago, and Pedro Blanco gets 2 hits and 2 runs. On the side of State College, 3 for 5 day for Chance Grove, and both Bear and Asaro will get 2 hits. Hugh Along With Me takes the loss for State College on the start. Goat Bisky will get the win for Chicago in relief. With Tahili's the hold, and Big Yosh gets their first save. Pedro Blanco, your player of the game.
Right, as the Whalers are going to be tied for the top seed now, as they shut out the Firehawks 3-0. Single hits for McGillicuddy and for Archer, as they both walk 1 time each. 2 hits for Reyes, 2 hits for Ziegler, and AJay. Oh, Alex G, that's who it was. 3 for 4. Pitt is going to get their third loss. Konis the win, and Kinsella the hold, as Hydra Konis is your player of the game.
Next up, Kansas City Hepcats will lock up a 5-3 win against the Dillos here. 12 hits for Kansas City. On the side of the Dillos, we have a 2-hit day for both Gordon and Mills, Gordon scoring twice. And on the side of Kansas City, Marcus will get 3 RBIs on a 2 for 5 day, and Steve-O will add on a pair of RBIs, while Ozzo goes 3 for 3 at the bottom of the lineup. Definitely not Kevin Choke gets the win in relief with 3 perfect innings in relief for Kansas City. A Workst blows the save, and Lieberth gets the loss for the Dillos. Evan Early, though, will be your player of the game despite getting no decision on the start for Amarillo. 5 innings pitched, no earned runs given up.
And another loss. We have 3 teams at 10-6 now, as the Flamingos win this one 10-3. For Louisville, we have a 3-hit day for Beatty Jr., 2 hits for Alaskan Bullworm with a walk and an RBI. For Florida, 3-hit, 3 RBI day for Steelflex, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for DeVille, and McQueen, 3 RBIs for Jimothy Jr. Pitching. Jashawn is going to get the win, Hyde the save, and Mata their first loss. Jimothy Jr. is your player of the game.
And that'll do it for the minors on May 10th, so we'll go ahead and head over to the majors, see how things are going up there. Voyagers will get a victory 11-6 over the Vancouver Vandals. Let's see, we have a 2 RBI day on 2 hits for both Frankenstero and TGP on the New York side. Frankenstero scoring 3 times. Dion adds 2 stolen bases to get to that 300 milestone as well, all on the side of New York.
A lot of thievery, man. A lot.
It's absolutely a lot of thievery, yes. On the side of Vancouver, 4 RBIs for instantaneous Peter Oatmeal III with a 3-run homer to boot. They do add their 300th double of the career, another milestone hit for us. IPO 3, congratulations on 300 doubles. Looks like we also have a 3-hit day for John Garfield, the first baseman. Gustavo Fring takes the loss in relief for Vancouver, while Anchovy gets the win for New York in relief. No runs on 3.2 innings pitched. J.R. Frankenstero will be your player of the game for this one.
14-6. It was 12-1 at one point. Raptors fought back a little bit as we take a look at the batting. For Boise, we have 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Why Not Cove, a hit and an RBI for McTavish and Multoid Man, as well as Emeritus and Vacuum. OBX, 5-hit day, 5 for Babber Person with 2 RBIs, 2 hits, 5 RBIs for Khan, 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Kyoru. A lot of home runs. A lot of them.
Wow.
Looks like 5 total.
I'm seeing 6.
6.
Because Khan had 2.
I didn't see the 2 for Khan.
Wow.
Wow is right. Mize with their 3rd loss, 7 earned over 2. Hangman their 3rd win. Sox their 1st save of the season. Bob Babber Person is your player of the game, and they tie the OBX regular season game record for hits with 5. Ooh.
Buffalo Surge get a 5-1 victory over the San Antonio Sloths, out hitting them 8-5. Sloths get 2 hits from James Lutz. Checking on milestones. Okay, never mind. Meanwhile, Buffalo gets a 2-for-2 day with 3 runs from Mustard and 3 RBIs from Manny Calavera. Evil Dictator gets the loss. They were looking for 2,000 strikeouts for the milestone. They only needed 3 to get there, and they got 6. So congratulations, despite the loss for Dictator on the 2,000 strikeouts milestone but a quality start for Dictator too. Randall Jr. takes the win for Buffalo, improving to 3-0, only allowing 1 earned run on 6 innings pitched. Hackenbush the hold, and Dendex gets the save. Mustard M. Mustard will be your player of the game.
Yeah, I get to talk about this one as the Crabs get their winning streak halted as the Pathfinders win this one 4-1. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Lovely. 2 hits, 2 and an RBI for Mills and Johnson Jr. A hit and 2 RBIs for Larson. Over on Providence, 2 hits for Fuse and Shiesty Jr. as they continue to carve up the ball. Thrastarson with the win, Toussaint the hold, Maurer the save, number 5, as they're just 5 saves away from 75. Meta their 2nd loss. Overjar Thrastarson is your player of the game.
And next up, oh, we already did this one, didn't we? Whoop, my bad. Next up, the Death Valley Scorpions will get a 4-0 victory over the Nashville Stars. Death Valley out hitting the Stars 11-3 here. Stars scatter 3 hits. Steiner gets a hit and a walk. No one else getting anything more. Death Valley, 2 RBIs from Rusty Salmon Arms. And Slammer, Varero, and Raycard all get 2 hits on the day. Striker Jr. with a complete game shutout. We've seen our 2nd complete game shutout for the stream day. 3 hits and a walk, striking out 10. I think that's almost the exact same line score as What Can I Say Except You're Welcome. I think they had 3 hits and 1 walk and 10 Ks as well. Striker Jr. needed 4 more pitches to do it, but it's still very comparable. So congratulations, Ryan Striker Jr. John Camden Jr. will take the loss for Nashville, falling to 2-1 on the season. Ryan Striker Jr., of course, will be your player of the game after that impressive day on the mound.
DBS in the same division.
What's up?
Are those 2 in the same division or separate?
Different ones. Death Valley is west, Nashville is east.
Good luck catching them. As a walk-off 2-run homer by Jew the Jew makes a 6-4 win for the Apex, who are 9-7 now. We have a hit and 2 RBIs for Knox. We have a 2-hit day for Quinn with an RBI. Over on Indy, we have a hit and 2 RBIs with 2 walks for Jew the Jew, including the walk-off winner. Koala Kyle with a hit and 2 RBIs. Beta Chapler gets the win. Struck out the side in their only inning of work. Bouchard the hold. Lotso Heineken Bear version 2.0 gets the loss in the blown save. And your player of the game is Judah the Jew. Ran delay of 30 minutes in the 8th inning.
Cancun Toros improved to 15-1. 9 straight wins for the Toros. Wow. so they went 6 straight, lost 1, and then won 9 straight. Now 6-2 is the final score against the Demons here, out hitting them 10-5. 3 hits for Rock Out with your Crocs Out with an RBI and a run scored. Jingleheimer, Schmidt, and Ozza both get 2 hits as well. On the side of Detroit, 1 hit and one RBI for Tony Gunk Jr., the DH. Montana gets the win for Cancun, only 1 earned run on 5.1 innings. Bader will take the loss for Detroit, their first loss of the season, and Nova Montana will be your player of the game.
So prior to today's sim, everyone in that, including Lunar Base and Detroit in that division, were all tied 8-6. A lot has changed. 2-0 shutout for the Space Rangers against the Rougarous, who have dropped to 1-15. 2-hit day for Hammerman on New Orleans. And it looks like a lot of single-hit games for Lunar Base. A hit and an RBI for Morgan, and a hit and an RBI for Rake in the Lake. Bay with their 4th loss, Right in the Dirt with their 3rd win on 11 strikeouts, and Marston their 5th save. Right in the Dirt is your player of the game.
And so that will do it for... Oh, I forgot to check for milestones real quick. Morgan... we were looking for stolen bases, didn't get any, and then... Oh, right, nothing. Didn't pitch. Okay. All right, so we already went through the minors box scores for May 10th, so we'll go ahead and save, advance the day, and then save again, bringing us into our next Quick Sim day. And we'll go ahead and start things off with the Surge getting another victory over the Sloths. Not only a victory... but a no-hitter. Buffalo Surge no-hit the Sloths. Bazooka Joe on the mound. What a day for Bazooka Joe. Only allowing 1 walk. He was 1 walk away from a perfect game. I want to see where that walk was. Hold on. It wasn't the first. I probably shouldn't be the 6th, 7th, 8th. Wait, where was it? Did I miss it somewhere?
I think you did.
There it is. There it is. Walk. Top of the 7th.
Top of the 7th inning. That
perfect inning all the way to the top of the 7th.
2 count.
Oh, my goodness. And then a double play cleared them off the base paths anyhow. Wow. So they still faced the minimum 27 batters. And that was it. Bazooka Joe, no. Takes a perfect game into the 7th. Gives up a walk, but is perfect the rest of the way. Unbelievable day on the mound for Bazooka Joe. Manny Calavera will get 3 RBIs to support that incredible performance on the mound. Savage will add 2 RBIs. DePoyo will take the loss, but it's all about Bazooka Joe on the day. 1 walk away from a perfect game, 11 strikeouts for the starting pitcher. Amazing day for Bazooka Joe. Congratulations. Go ahead and save, make sure that doesn't go away.
That's a hell of a way to find out. As the Aviators continue their streak and they win this one 7-1, scoring all their runs in the middle innings. For Boise, a hit, an RBI, and a walk for Emeritus. On Outer Banks, 2 hits, 4 RBI. Somebody stop that man. 2 hits, 4 RBIs. He was 5 for 5 yesterday. 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Fielder. And we have an arm sighting in there with 3 walks for Cole Kim. Gianna Morgan, last year's pitcher of the year, with the win over 8 innings. Cove gets their 3rd loss, and your player of the game is going to be Gianna Morgan.
Oh, Joe's in the chat. Let's go. Congratulations.
I was trying to tag him on the Discord.
Excellent. Oh. Congratulations, Joe. Voyagers get a 7-1 victory over the Vancouver Vandals, 15-7 on the hits column. 2 RBIs each for Bellick Cove and Squints Palidorus. On the side of Vancouver, we have 2 hits for Dan King Jr. and an RBI for IPO3. Dubson adds a hit. They are 5 away from 1250 on the milestone tracker. Parco gets the win, going 8.2 innings, only allowing 1 earned run and striking out 10. Phil Donahue will take the loss for Vancouver on the start. Anthony Parco, your player of the game.
As the Crabs... Wait a minute. I see my name on there. Something good actually happened. 11-2, the Pathfinders beat the Crabs, and they came in smoking hot this sim. 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Mills. 3 hits, 5 RBIs for Johnson Jr., a hit and 2 RBIs for Brinkley, and 2 hits for Mo Love. For Providence, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Hughes, who stays hot, hitting 354. 3 walks for Stubby McGuire. Pitching. What did Pax Torrent need for the milestone?
Pax Torrent just needed 1 strikeout, so they did get
They got
it.
4. As Starscream gets the win, Torrent gets hammered, and your player of the game is going to be Zach Johnson Jr. Happy milestone. Oof.
All right, heading over to the Champions Conference, the Nashville Stars will get a narrow victory over the Death Valley Scorpions 3-2. Only 3 hits from the Scorpions, and they scatter them. 2 RBIs for Max Power. On the side of Nashville, we have 2 hits and an RBI for both Steiner and 43 1/4. Tsunami the second takes their first loss of the season, despite the quality start for Death Valley, as Wage gets the win. 7 shutout innings for Nashville on the start. Rodriguez the hold, and Hitotsu Unagi their third save. Caesar Wage, your player of the game, going those 7 shutout innings, striking out 10.
Okay. As Space Rangers continue for the misery with the Rugers. 8-0 win. For New Orleans, a 2-hit day from Tulowitzki. Over on Lunar Base, 3 walks for Morgan. No stolen bases, however. 3-hit, 3 RBI day for Buoyant. A 2-hit, 2 RBI day for Chains. Pitching, Manowright goes 8 innings, allowing 8 hits. Gets their third win. Sportsboy 57 gets their 4th loss. And Manowright is going to be your player of the game.
Speaking of Manowright, we have another milestone. 1,000 strikeouts for Manowright. They only needed 7 on today's stream to get there, and they have 9 in this game. So at 1,002 strikeouts on the career now. Congratulations, Manowright. As we continue through the Champions Conference, Seattle Sea Serpents will be next, taking down the Indianapolis Apex here 7-3. Apex tried to make a stab at it in the bottom of the 9th, but way too big of a hill to overcome there. Hammer will get 2 RBIs for Indianapolis. Hayes will go 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 3 runs for the Sea Serpents, and Jacob tags on 2 RBIs as well. Jethro Tull gets the win for Seattle, improving to 2-1. Lila will take the loss for Indianapolis, and Houston Hayes will be your player of the game.
For the final one, let's see.
The 9
Demons hand the Toros their second loss as they win this one 5-1, a 4-run 6th inning. For Cancun, a 2-hit day for Jingleheimer Schmidt, who already has 8 home runs this season. Detroit, 2 hits for Burnside, 2 RBIs for Apollo. For pitching, this had to have been a great start. Johnny Quest is no longer undefeated, and Human gets their 3rd win, getting pulled after 8 1/3 in just 98 pitches. Your player of the game? Human.
Sorry, I was thrown off by that. Look at what it says in the top of 6th. Lauren Jackson reaches on an error by the C versus H man.
By the catcher.
Oh, by the catcher. Okay, I was like, by the. I thought the C was someone's last name or something.
No. Yeah, I think they meant catcher. So
gotcha. That makes more sense. That threw me off so much. As we head to the Myers to quick sim these games as well.
Focus.
Yeah. 10-2 victory for the Kingpins. 16-13 on the hits column. 29 hits total between these two teams. 3 hits and 3 RBIs for Capone, the DH, on the side of Chicago. For State College, 3 for 4 days for both Bear and Grove. All of the girls you loved before takes the loss for State College, while Heiderscheid will get the win for Chicago. Yosh the hold and Bottom the save. Al Capone, your player of the game.
Okay, as we have the Ranas, and the Ranas win another one against Bruce City. They've come back very strong, winning this one 8-6. For Bruce City, Gainey with 3 hits. We have 3 hits for James. Over on the Ranas, we have a 3-hit day, 2 RBIs for Barry, and 2 hits for Berzakowski. For pitching, that's Shiro the Rose's recreate. Artemis Aria win their 3rd win, And Vandals the hold, Mitt the hold, and Mune the save. 4 drops to 0-3. Griffin Berry is going to be your player of the game.
I'm glad you clarified that because I was like, what's Athena Arya doing pitching for the Ranas?
No, that's Artemis Arya.
Yeah.
And they're coming for whoever's pitching in the majors next season.
Oh boy, can't wait for that. Kansas City Hepcats 4-3 over the Dillos. Dillos out hitting the Hepcats 11-9. 3 hits for Kirby Bernard with an RBI at the top of the Dillos lineup. 2 RBIs for Erp Stevo on the side of Kansas City, and a 3 for 4 day for Mathers, also with 2 RBI. Glorben Spiel will get the win for Kansas City, improving to 3-1 with 6 shutout innings. That'll be your player of the game. El Perro will pick up the save, and Salad will take the loss for the Dillos.
My God.
Wow.
An 8-run 9th inning, and then the bullpen almost blew it. Look at that graph. My God.
From 3-2 to 8 to 10-3.
Yeah. That hurts.
Wow.
As we look at California. 2 hits, 4 RBIs for our cleared, not cloudy. That was a grand slam in the 9th inning off Gooser. And none of them were earned for Gooser.
Wow.
2 RBIs for Archer. Over on Anchorage, 2 hits, 4 RBIs for McNeely. And, yeah, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Sabotage, Enoch's new recreate. Biglet gets the win and the blown save. Abernathy gets their 3rd loss. Player of the game is Unruly Rowdy Diamonds are clear, not cloudy.
I just want to point out, right? McNeely had 2 home runs. They were in consecutive innings, 8th inning, 9th inning. So that's fine.
Yeah, they're like, I gotta help the team. That grand slam was backbreaking though.
Absolutely. Flamingos will take down the Lemurs in the last game of the day on May 11th. 7-4 is the final for Florida. 2 RBIs for Kettle and 2 hits each for Sokuto and Steel Flex, all on the side of Florida. For Louisville, Randberg goes 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. Roberts takes the loss for Louisville, while Furness gets the win for Florida, and Sobert Randberg will be your player of the game. So I'll do it for May 11th. We'll go ahead and save, advance the day, and save once again.
Well, this has been a hell of a stream already, don't you think?
Absolutely, yeah. Yep.
A no-hitter, 3 10-0 games in one sim.
2 complete game shutouts, an 8-run 9th.
Chaos Mod is alive and well.
Oh, man. Cancun Toros, who just had their 9-game win streak snapped by the Demons, are going to look to bounce back in the rubber game against Detroit on the road for the Cancun Toros, at home for the Demons in game number 3 that is streamed today. 15-2 Toros versus the 10-7 Demons. That's Matt Stroh on the mound versus Vader Page for the Demons. Both pitchers have not lost yet this season. 3-0 for Stroh, 4-0 for Vader Page. Only 1 no decision between the 2 of them, with Stroh getting that 1 no decision. Both having really solid ERAs as well, 2.15 and 2.28. And we do have a prediction for total hits over under 13.5. With these 2 on the mound, it might be difficult for that over to hit, but it is very possible still with some of these big hitters on either side. Travis Granholm hitting 352 in the leadoff spot for the Demons, and then 4 different hitters in the Toros lineup are hitting over 300 as well. HBJ, any players that you're keeping an eye on in this one? Who do you think is going to be someone to watch?
Granny. 352 OPS, almost 900. 15 for 59 off Stroh. Even Stone Apollo, who's hitting just 188. 16 for 51 against Stroh. There's 3 hitters who just want to take Stroh deep in this game. Apollo has 4 home runs against him as well. For Cancun specifically, Blue Sky seems like a good option despite hitting just 207 off Page. Nobody really owns Page. The one who's faced him the most is Tony Sims, and he's just 4 for 38. I give Stroh the advantage here, knowing how he pitched when he was in the minors. He was above average, but now 2.15 ERA versus 2.28. It's either going to be a pitcher's duel or balls are going to be flying out of the yard early in Detroit.
Excuse me. Alrighty, well, I think it's about ready for us to get on into game. I'll be taking us through the away half innings. I'm going to go ahead and pause the play-by-play just to make sure that everything looks in order. What's up?
Bazooka Joe said, AJ and John Wayne have to stream all the time now. I'm sorry, but Dustillion's going to be giving you the best luck of your life. That's what I'll tell you.
We gotta share the love some point, but yeah.
I mean, if this is my only stream, what a way to go through with it.
Vader Page takes to the mound, looking for their 5th win of the season. It's gonna be Jackson, Blue Sky, and Schmidt due up first for the Cancun Toros as we get underway with the 3rd stream game of the day. Toros 15-2, looking to improve to 16-2. Demons looking to win the rubber game to take 2 out of 3 from the red-hot Cancun Toros. Jackson strikes out. It's going to be Zodiac Blue Sky, who lines out right to the first baseman Nakamura. And now Schmidt will ground that one past Burnside. They'll be on board with a single. First hit of the day for the Toros. Wild pitch by Page, and Schmidt will advance to second. But Wall will strike out to leave Schmidt stranded at second. Nothing on a hit for the Toros as we head to the bottom of the first.
Travis Granholm, 10 stolen bases, 352 average. Grounder is short and thrown out by Lauren Jackson. Maple Dogwood is going to walk, getting the old on-base percentage up. Burnside up now. And Burnside's going to hit one off the wall and right. That's going to be a double. As we have Apollo up now, hitting just 188, but a great hitter against Stroh, as Apollo is going to get his RBI sac fly to make it 1-0 Detroit. Jackinson up now. Jackinson's going to loop one, and Jackson's not going to have to move. As an RBI single by Apollo makes it 1-0 as we head to the second.
It's going to be Sims, the right fielder, drawing a walk to lead off things in the top of the second for the Toros. JQ lines that one into left field for a base hit. Back-to-back base runners for the Toros, and Croxout will fly out to center field, and will be deep enough for Sims to advance to third. Runners at the corners now, one away for Burns, who strikes out. That'll bring up Aza. 322 average for the number 9 hitter. Base hit up the middle, it's a tie game. Now with 2 outs, runners are at the corners once again after Aza delivers the RBI single. Jackson is walked on the full count. And now we'll bring up Zodiac Blue Sky. Bases loaded, 2 away. Fly ball in center field. It is caught by Granholm. Cancun scores 1. They threaten more, but they'll walk away with the game tied as we head to the bottom of the second.
Vida is going to ground out to the shortstop Jackson for the first out. Gunk Jr. now. Grounder to shortstop. Second out. Could they go for the hat trick? There's a pop-up to the shortstop. That's a definite rarity in baseball. 3 outs go to the shortstop as we head to the third. It is 1-1. AJ.
Sorry, I had my mic muted. Schmidt skies that into right center. Granholm puts the glove line for out number 1. Wall will strike out for out number 2. Now Tony Sims will strike out as well. Back-to-back Ks for Vader Page as they rack up strikeout number 4 and 5. 3 up, 3 down for Cancun. Score still tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the third.
9-hitter Torres is going to strike out. That's strikeout number 1 for Matt Stroh. As here comes Granholm. Granholm is going to walk 60 speed. Do you think he's taken off? You bet he is. And he's safe. Dogwood now. It's the first baseman, and that's going to move Granholm over to third base. Burnside now. And the funky jazz hip-hop music plays as there's a fly out to center field. Burnside is the final out as we head to the fourth.
Top of the fourth, JQ will swing and miss on strike 3, and that will bring a Brock out with your Crocs out, the DH. Grounder short over to first in time for out number 2, and now Montgomery Burns will step to the plate. Line drive down the right field line, all the way into the corner, heading for third, and he's out! Vita hits the cutoff man with the throw, and Jackinson fires on to third to get the runner.
With a base hit to center field. And Jackinson now takes the pitch. Runner to second base is safe. Apollo with a steal. Grounder to third. First out is Jackinson, grounds out 5-3. Vidya is going to hit a base hit past third baseman, and that's going to be a long single as they score Apollo. It is 2-1 Detroit. Gunk Jr. dunks one into center field. That's a base hit. Nakamura, grounder to short, 6-4-3, ends the inning, but we have an RBI for Vidya as we head to the 5th.
Cancun looking to tie this game back up. They're down 2-1. A fly out to left by Aza will bring up the top of the order once again. Lauren Jackson. Diving catch by Vita in right. Now we out number 2. Zodiac Blue Sky will draw a walk on a full count. Jingleheimer Schmidt now will run on first, 2 away. Strike 3 on 3 pitches. And that will be the inning. 1 walk, no runs, runner left on, still 2-1 in favor of the Demons.
Torres steps up now, grounder to the shortstop, 1 down. Granholm with a stolen base and a base hit already, and they're going to ground it past both of them into right field and picked him off. He was looking for that 12th steal, and he's picked off. Dogwood gets on base again. Burnside now, and that was burnt right by him at 96 as we head to the top of the 6th. 2-1 Detroit.
5 innings done, 4 to go. Detroit holds a 1-run lead. Greenwall will walk and bring up Tony Sims. Off for second is Greenwall. Safe with the stolen base. Their 8th of the season. Tony Sims will get on board with a double, and bringing home a run is Sims. Wall scoring from second to make it 2-2. JQ grounds that to short, over to first, not in time. Infield hit for JQ, and now we have runners at the corners with no one out. And a wild pitch will bring home Sims and advance Q to second base. Toros take the lead on a wild pitch. Still nobody out. Now there's 1 out after Crocs out flies out to left. And a diving catch in center by Granholm will retire Burns. Runner at second. Aza grounds out to third to end the inning. Toros score 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1 stranded, but they are now in the lead 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Follow now, and they're going to strike out. Stroh with their 3rd strikeout. Jackinson now 0 for 2. Make that 0 for 3 as they ground out the short way to the shortstop. Video 1 for 2 with an RBI, and the shortstop goes out to short left field to make the play. As we head to the 7th inning, it is 3-2 Cancun now.
Lauren Jackson leading off the top of the 7th. That's the second time that I said second and meant a different inning. Strikeout by Jackson. Blue Sky flies out to left, and now will be Jingleheimer Schmidt. Strike out. And we head to the stretch. 3-2 in favor of Cancun as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Not the 2nd.
Here's a strikeout of Gunk Jr. as Wayne Wheeler and that handlebar mustache have come into pitch. Nakamura now. Nakamura back to the mound, and that's going to be the 2nd out. Torres now. And 3 up, 3 down with 2 strikeouts as Wheeler blows him away. 99 as we head to the 8th.
It's going to be Greenwald, the 3rd baseman, due up first here in the top of the 8th. Taking the 3-2 pitch low for ball 4. Off for second, out at second. So that's a caught stealing thrown on by Gleyber Torres. Tony Sims strikes out. Now it's 2 outs with no one on for JQ. Ground ball right side. That's going to be out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. 3-2 Cancun. Detroit looking to tie this one back up.
First one in SAS as there's a strikeout by Granholm. 7-5 Sauce over the Surge as Wheeler gets his third strikeout. 6-3 Boise over OBX as there's a check swing for a walk for Dogwood. And there's a line drive into the corner and left. That's going to be a double. And that's going to be
Oh,
a throw out at the plate. What are you thinking as Burnside gets the third? 7-7 Indy and Seattle in the top of the seventh. Jackinson now back to the mound, and that's going to end the inning. A throw out at the plate of Maple Dogwood leaves this at 3-2.
if the Demons lose this one, that base running mistake is going to come back to haunt them. Rock out with your Crocs out. Start things off with a fly out here in the top of the ninth. Montgomery Burns draws a walk. Or sorry, no, it's gonna get hit by a pitch. Burns will take first. Ozza gets a base hit into left. Now it's first and second for Lauren Jackson. Base hit for Jackson, and that is going to bring home a run. RBI single for Lauren Jackson. Toros extend their lead 4-2. Zodiac Blue Sky grounds into a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning, but the Toros add on another run. Last chance for the Demons. They need to score 2 just to tie it up.
I knock the stopper. Last base in the game. Video to center field. And that's the first out as the music goes off again. Gunk Jr. up now. Swing and a miss. As that pitch was circle change 88. Fastball at 101, and that's going to be the ball game. That play at the plate did cost him. Unfortunately, it would have only tied the game. As Seattle and Indy are finishing up their game, Indy has taken a 3-run lead in the bottom of the seventh. It's 10-7 there. Okay. As there's the box score. Stroh improves to impressive 4-0 as Vader Page takes their first loss despite the quality start, Wheeler the hold, and Knock the save. Your player of the game is going to be Matt Stroh. Wacky, wacky game of baseball today.
As we head around the rest of the league, the Sloths will get the win over the Surge at 8-5, picking up one game in this 3-game set against them after the Surge took the 2-0 lead in the series. 3 RBI for Manny Calavera, 2 RBI for De'Aaron Taylor, both on the side of Buffalo. For San Antonio, James Lutz will go 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, and they managed to get their 250th double. They only needed one of those. So congratulations on that milestone, James Lutz. 250 doubles on the career. Vito adds 2 hits. They are 2 away from 1,000 on the career as well. Lanakai and Long Pipe get 2 ribbies. Marvell will get the win in relief, 2.2 perfect innings. After Sahlberg gets the no decision. Choi will take the loss for Buffalo in relief. And James Lutz will be your player of the game.
Boise holds on. Barely. 6-5. It all happened in that 8th inning. 2 hits for Gonzalez, 2 RBIs for Moretis, and 2 hits for Barry Allen. Outer Banks, we have a 3-hit day for Kim, 3 hits for Fielder, and 2 hits for Brooks. Geronimo Ovechkin is going to get the win, improving to 1-4. Berger, welcome back to Boise with their second save. Benny Sheets, WX has struggled. 1-3 now on the season. Player of the game is going to be Geronimo Ovechkin.
Voyagers destroy the Vandals 13-1. Big game for New York here. 15 hits on the day for them. Dion, Cove, and Palidorus all get 3 hits, with Palidorus knocking in 4. On the side of Vancouver, 2 hits each for Garfield, Dubson, and Shrub. Shrub with an RBI. No one else getting any other hits other than those 3. Lothbrock takes the loss for Vancouver. Crawford gets the win for New York. And Squints Palidorus will be your player of the game.
The Pathfinders come from behind and win another one. They're 4th in a row. For Toronto, 2 hits for Namiti, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Mills, including that 2-run single off Choi. A hit for Brinkley Jr. Providence, 2 hits for B. Fry, who's inching that average closer to 200. As for Toronto, a quality start for Duck, who stayed out there for the 7th inning, gets their 3rd win. Toussaint, the acquisition from the Vandals, is going to get their 3rd save. Choi, solid effort, just not enough in this situation. So they dropped to 2-2. Your player of the game is going to be Cy Duck. I have 2 triples on this season. I don't know if I should be happy or sad about that.
Be happy. 2 triples is
With
good.
45, yeah, the 45 speed that I use.
9-1 victory for the litter-based Space Rangers as New Orleans falls to 1-17 on the season. A little bit of a rebuild there, so it's kind of understandable there. 3 RBIs for Allison, changes the DH. Cross Erickson goes 3 for 4 with 2 ribbies for Lunar Base. And on the side of New Orleans, 1 hit and 1 RBI on the solo shot by Manuel Bang, the second baseman for the Rougarou. Kanye North takes the loss, while Allegra Macarena gets their 3rd win on the season for Lunar Base. They will be your player of the game, only allowing 1 earned run and 3 hits on 8.1 innings pitched and striking out 11.
North has been around forever. I remember when he was on the Voyagers.
Yeah.
As Cancun gets that win back, and they win this one 4-2.
Wait, we watched this one.
Didn't we do this
I'm
one?
I'm trolling. I was on autopilot, just clicking.
Steady on the course now, please. I'm trying here. As the Stars are gonna hold on and keep this one in their favor, 9-8, despite a 3-run 9th inning. As for DVS, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Kulik Warren, 2 hits for Slammer, and 2 hits for Ferrero. Their top of the order is ridiculous every first half of the season. For Nashville, 3 hits, 3 RBIs for Sauve, and 3 hits, 4 RBIs for Windsor. Your pitching is going to look like this. Claw Daddy the win, Jebediah Crunk Jr. the hold, and Juan Rodriguez the save. Lebowski their first loss. Your player of the game is going to be Aldrin Sauve, and I will be right back.
Alrighty. Last Majors game of the day is going to be the Apex over the Sea Serpents, 10-8, 15 hits for the Seattle Sea Serpents. Indianapolis Apex get 4 RBIs and 3 hits from Mudcat Skelton, and 3 ribbies from the Jew, the first baseman. Seattle, 3 for 5 day for Houston Hayes. Jacob adds on 2 RBIs, and both Rochka and Angel and Knox all have 2 hits and 1 RBI. Bright gets the loss for Seattle, while McThumper will take the win for Indianapolis in relief. Chapler their 3rd save, and Mudcat Skelton will be your player of the game. That'll do it for the Majors on May 12th, so we'll go ahead and check out the Myers box scores as well. Starting things off with the California Firehawks, 4-2 over the Anchorage Wheelers, out-hitting them 7-6. Cove gets 2 hits for Anchorage, while McNeely and Wallace both get an RBI. On the side of California, Our Clear Not Cloudy will go 2 for 3 with 2 ribbies. Jolly and Newfin will both get an RBI as well. Schlossberg takes the win, while Wakefield gets the hold and 43 Jr. gets their 2nd save. Fisher takes a loss for Anchorage, while Steven Schlossberg will be your player of the game, only allowing 1 earned run on 5 innings pitched. Dillos over the Hepcats, 10-5. Lots of hits for both teams, 14-12 in that category. 2 RBIs for Erp Stevo. Mantle goes 4 for 5 with 2 runs scored. On the side of the Dillos, 3 RBIs for Murphy, and both Name and Gordon will add 2 RBIs. Porkman takes a loss for Kansas City. Liebert gets their 2nd win for the Dillos in relief. Able to hold, and Troy Murphy, your player of the game. Lemurs 3-2 over the Flamingos, out hitting them 11-6. 3 for 3 day for McCannon with an RBI on the side of Louisville. For Florida, King, the 3rd baseman, goes 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs, the only 2 RBIs for the Flamingos on the day. Ishioka will get their 1st win in relief for Louisville, while Zoo will get their 1st loss for Florida. Moore blows the save, and Brian Eschleman Jr., your player of the game. Now we have a 7-2 victory.
Coming back and
Go for it.
sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, no, it's all right.
The Steeds are going to come back and win this one with a 5-run 8th inning. Lots of comebacks today. 7-2. For State College, 2 hits for Bear and Grove, and over on Chicago, 1 hit, 2 RBIs for Alexander. Pitching, McChapperson the win, Cramble in the hold, and Semikulas Jr. the loss. Your player of the game is going to be Chappie McChapperson.
And then the last minors game of the day, the Ranas with a big comeback here. They were down 5-3, and they scored 4 in the bottom of the 7th, courtesy of a 3-run homer by Wyneas Cove, who has 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and 2 hits on the day. Thomas goes 2 for 4 as well for the Ranas. For Bruce City, Ixon goes 3 for 5. And then Gainey and James both get 2 hits and an RBI. Mitchell takes a loss for Bruce City. Ribbit gets the win for Puerto Rico, and Matthews will get their first save. Wyneas Cove, your player of the game. That does it for May 12th. So we'll go ahead and save the game and head on into our next Quick Sim day, which is going to be May 13th, which I believe is a travel day for both majors and minors. It is. So we'll go ahead and advance the day once again and save before we head into our 4th streamed game of the day. And this is the one that I am very excited about for a very secretive reason. But Kansas City versus California will be the matchup here. We'll be seeing Roman Melgar on the mound for the 8-10 Hepcats. Only a 1.27 ERA so far. A good start for Melgar. Meanwhile, it's it's Cali Cove. The Cali Cove for the Firehawks, for the 10-8 Firehawks, who are 4-2 at home. As we take a look at the head-to-heads, we have 5 Hepcats, 4 Firehawks, and 1 tie. So Hepcats seem to have the slight advantage on the head-to-head matchups. But what do you think, HBJ, between these two teams? Who are you liking for this one?
The joke with the number 9 hitter. Jeff Lumo, new fan.
Love it.
But as an ex-Firehawk, I expect nothing but the best out of the Firehawks today, despite their number 5 hitter hitting under 170. Specifically with B. Josh playing as hot as he is right now, out of the 4 holes, 6 home runs, 17 RBIs. McGillicuddy has second most RBIs on the team out of the leadoff spot. Redstone, I don't think they're going to have as good of an outing today against this lineup. Specifically with the top 3 hitters hitting... Well, the top 2 are hitting over almost 300. Steve-O's hitting under the Mendoza line, but still has 12 RBIs in their short time. So, yeah, no, I think this is going to be a very tough matchup for both teams, depending on who's going to score first. Because with Melgar, they've shown how good they can be as a rookie and everything, and I think they have the advantage. Nothing against the Firehawks. What? PBE Bigger Strange Podcast Stadium.
You didn't read the full name.
That's not the full name?
Oh, look at after the colon.
I don't see the colon.
Oh, sorry. Look at the top left. It shows there
Home of
underneath.
the hummus. Hummus, please.
Wait, why are you blaming hummus?
I thought he was the one who won the naming contest.
No.
Did you win it?
Yeah. that's why
AJay. AJay, please, for the love of God. Oh my God.
We bought the PBE Bigger Strange podcast featuring AJ and Enoch has bought the naming rights to a stadium, and in doing so,
what that is that what that was?
Yeah, and in doing so, we also inadvertently renamed the Firehawks to the Water Pigeons because it's the home of the Water Pigeons.
Okay. Oh my. If the Firehawks lose, but it's not on stream, you could still hear the sad cacaws. Wait, no, Lumo didn't recreate yet. He would have said had he retired. Makes no sense.
I think that's a bot. No. All right. Anyway.
I'm hoping that's a bot. Okay, let's get started before
Yeah.
AJ makes me cringe anymore, please. Oh my god.
All right. Take
I
us
swear to God, I
away,
swear off
HBJ.
alcohol, and AJ wants me to drink even more after everything. Am
Take it away,
I
HBJ.
leading off here?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I louder or quieter here?
Wait, why is the center fielder at 1? Do you see that? Defense 1 for Hemi's and
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
wondering if that's a
Maybe a
bot
bot.
too.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've never heard the name.
Well, we are underway.
Okay. Welcome to the home of the water pigeons. As Cove delivers and it's a base hit for Garbanzo, they're on base with their 30 speed. Marcus is up now, and Marcus is going to ground to the second baseman who throws from the outfield grass to get him. Steve-O now is going to fly to center, and the center fielder with one defense makes the catch. Dynasty is going to base hit to center field. If they throw... Oh my god, they're safe, but that would have blown my mind. As Dynasty gets an RBI, and then Clear Not Cloudy takes the ball to the bag. 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the first. Oh my god.
It is not a bot, by the way. Hemi's it's not a bot.
It's not?
Nope. McGillicuddy will start things off for the Water Pigeons with a ground out to first. T1000 will fly out to left, and now it's going to bring up Daniel Archer, the right fielder. I promise I won't call them Water Pigeons for the entire game. Archer will strike out to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for California as we head to the top of the second. 1-0 in favor of the Hepcats.
Well, if they lose here, you need to get a refund. As there's diving play by the shortstop Jolly, and he throws out Thriller. Mantle is going to pop over the shortstop's head for a base hit. Mathers now. Mathers to right. Right fielder is there, and they make the catch. Ozzo is going to ground out to second base, and the second baseman McGillicuddy is going to make the play. The Hepcats are up 1-0 as we head to the bottom half.
Our Clear Not Cloudy is going to start things off with a deep fly to center field, but Thriller will pull it in for out number 1. Donovan Morgan grounds that one into right field. A scorcher past Lawrence and Marcus for a base hit. Off for second. Safe with a stolen base is Morgan. And Hemi Zen will ground out, but will advance the runner. Daniels is going to bring home a run. And the Firehawks are going to tie things up with a RBI double by Trey Daniels, 1-1. Joseph Jolly is going to ground that one back to the pitcher on to first, not in time. Infield single for Jolly. Newfin, fly ball into left field. It will be caught by Mantle to retire the side. 1 run, 2 runners left on. California ties it up at 1 apiece.
Alonso, who had the leadoff single a few innings ago, is going to line to center, and Zen with the 1 defense makes the play. Grounder to the shortstop Jolly, and there's 2 down as Marcus is retired. Steve-O now is going to ground to Jolly again. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom of the third. McGillicuddy to lead it off.
McGillicuddy will draw a walk on 3-2 pitch from Melgar. T1000 grounds it to first, over to second, back over to first for the 3-6-3 double play, clearing off the base paths. Archer flies that into right center field and will be caught. Firehawks get a walk, but nothing else. Side is retired. We head to the top of the fourth.
As there's a ground ball by Dynasty back to the pitcher, and there's a flip job to left by Lawrence, and Morgan's right there. Thriller now, and they go down swinging. That's the first strikeout for Cove. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, it is tied at 1.
It's going to be Our Clear Not Cloudy first up for the Firehawks here in the bottom of the fourth. Striking out. Now Donovan Morgan. Fly ball deep center field all the way back to the track is Thriller, and he makes the catch. Zen will draw a walk on the full count pitch. Now we have a runner at first with 2 outs for Trey Daniels. Fly ball on the left, easily caught by Mantle. And that will end the California 4th inning. 1 walk, but nothing else. Score still 1-1.
Interesting. As there's a ground out to the shortstop by Mantle for the first out. Mathers now. Line to center for the second out. Ozzo up now with the hot hitting symbol is going to ground out. Oh, no! As McGillicuddy with the E4 is going to extend the inning, but not for just one more batter, as Garbanzo is going to fly out to left with the 471 on base. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, tied at 1.
Joseph Jolly is going to start things off with a foul out, as Ozzo takes care of that one. Newfen grounds out to the shortstop, Stevo, and now it's going to bring up McGillicuddy. Another ground out to Stevo to retire the side. Still 1-1 as we head into the top of the sixth here in California.
Okay, as Don Marcus is up now, and Dusty Conkling is in, as Marcus is on base for the first time. Devo is going to get a base hit to right, and the runner is going to head to third and be safe. Dynasty is going to hit into a double play, but that's going to score the go-ahead run. As Dynasty gets the runner home, Marcus scores, and Lawrence is going to line a base hit. So despite the double play, they've kept the inning going with Thriller now, who's going to pop to the shortstop Jolly. Conkling comes in, gives up the lead, and now the Hepcats have a one-run lead as we head to the bottom half.
T1000 will start things off. The third baseman is going to ground out to the Hepcats' first baseman, Lawrence, for out number 1. Archer's that one into right field for a fly out. And then our Clear Not Cloudy is going to ground out to short. And another 1-2-3 inning for the California Firehawks. Score remains the same, 2-1 Kansas City.
Hey, as there's a ground ball by Mandel to third base for the first out. Mathers up now. And there's a ground ball to the first baseman. Mathers is out. 4-1. As Ozzo is going to be a strikeout victim. As we head to the stretch, it is 2-1 Kansas City.
Donovan Morgan, the left fielder, strikes out to lead off the bottom half of the seventh inning. And now Hemi Zen, the center fielder, grounds that to short over to first in time to retire Zen. Trey Daniels now with 2 outs and nobody on will get a base hit. Is it too little too late in the inning? We'll see. Joseph Jolly, the shortstop, will have something to say about that. A base hit for Jolly, back-to-back singles will lead 2 runners in the corners with 2 away for Newfen. But a grounder to the shortstop thrown on to second for the fielder's choice will end the inning. And we head to the top of the 8th with the Hepcats still leading by a run.
Huge opportunity here as there's a 3-2 pitch grounded to the third baseman, Bar Garbanzo, for the first out. Marcus strikes out. That is strikeout number 2. We're up Stevo. Grounder to the second baseman. 1-run lead preserved thanks to 3 solid innings by Dusty Conklin as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
It's going to be Chadwick McGillicuddy, the leadoff hitter for the Firehawks, leading things off yet again here in the bottom of the 8th with a ground out. Bauer Alpera will take to the mound in relief. And a liner right to Thriller will retire T1000. Daniel Archer draws a walk on a 3-1 count. Now our Clear Not Cloudy steps into the box. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss on the curveball, and that will end the bottom half of the 8th inning. Top of the 9th, Kansas City gets one last chance to extend their lead.
Here comes Girk Biglet as they get a strikeout at Dynasty for the first out. Biglet is a source of some PTSD for me, as there's a walk to Ryan Lawrence, and this is exactly why. 1 on, 1 out. Fly to center, caught by the center fielder's end. Not a single error from the 1 defense center fielder. And there's another walk. Biglet, 2 on, 2 out. Grounder to the second baseman. That's an infield hit. Bases loaded for Ozzo. No longer the hot hitter. Still hitting 275. And there's a bases loaded walk. 3rd walk in the inning as Biglet has unfortunately loaded the bases. 43 Jr. Comes in, throws 4 pitches, gets the out. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Now down 2 runs. It's going to be Morgan, Zen, and Daniels.
Last chance for the Firehawks. They only have 3 outs to play with, though, here. Donovan Morgan flies out to right. There's the first of the 3. Hemizen strikes out on the 1-2 pitch. And that'll bring up Trey Daniels. 2 outs, nobody on. Daniels flies out to left, and that will be the ball game. 3-1 victory for the Kansas City Hepcats. The California Bats go quiet, only mustering 5 hits throughout the full 9 innings. And it seemed like even less throughout there. They really seem to be struggling at the bat tonight. 2 hits each for Daniels and Jolly, and 1 for Morgan on the side of California. And the 7 hits for Kansas City were all scattered, with the 2 RBIs coming from Dynasty and Ozzo. Melgar gets the win. T-shirt color the hold. El Perro the save. Conklin the loss for California, and Roman Melgar will be your player of the game.
As we have the Dillos winning this one 7-6 as they improved to 8-11. For Amarillo, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. For Toxum, 2 hits, 3 RBIs. For Whirlwind, Run State College, a hit, 3 RBIs, and 2 walks for Grove, with 2 hits for Cool Crab and Barrow. Your pitching is going to look like this. Bones the loss, Lieberth the win, and Force the save. Your player of the game is going to be Calvin Cool Crab. Ouch. I'm not going to be happy reading some of these ballpark names if I ever have to.
I don't even know how to pronounce that. Whatever, we're moving on.
Pronounce it if we get to it, just not right now.
Yeah, Kingpins over the Florida Flamingos 11-4. 9 runs scored by the Kingpins in the last 3 innings of the game, securing their victory. 4 hits for Capone and 2 RBIs. 3 hits and 2 RBIs each for Blanco and Kidd. On the side of Florida, Fernandez goes 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. 43 gets the win for Chicago, Pecora the hold, and Green their 3rd loss of the season. Pedro Blanco, your player of the game.
The Ranas keep up their winning streak. They started the sim 5-10. They have won 4 straight.
Wow.
And despite being down 7-2, they come back and win this one 10-7. For Puerto Rico, a hit and 2 RBIs for DeYoung. 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Stern, including a grand slam. Louisville, 3 hits and an RBI for Randberg, and a hit and 2 RBIs for Denstro. I feel like that name sounds a bit too familiar. Ishioka the loss, Sal Goodman, Better Call Saul with the win, and Dr. LBG the save, Steel Stern, player of the game.
And the last game in the minors for May 14th is a 7-4 victory for the Brew City Bears, out hitting the Wheelers 8-7. 3 RBIs for Hound Streamer, the 3rd baseman for the Brew City Bears. On the side of Anchors, 3 RBIs for Sin O'Slams, the left fielder. 3 hits also for O Cove. Grimes will get the loss on the blown save for the Wheelers. Mitchell the win. Riggs the save both for Brew City. And Mrs. Dirk will be your player of the game on the start for Anchorage. All right, I got to check this because I'm curious. Where are they? There they are. The experience is correct. Okay. That's weird. Okay, so I guess the rating is just that bad because of the low range. Weird. All right, well, we head up to the majors to take a look at those scores, and HBJ will take you through the first one.
The Surge are going to beat the DVS Scorpions 2-1. As we look over at DVS, 2-hit, 1 RBI day for Max Power, couple doubles. And over on Buffalo, 2 hits for Wizard, Monster, and Taylor. Not much on either side in this close matchup. Clifton the loss, Clifton the no decision, Index the win. Clifton, Dolores Clifton, player of the game.
I thought you were saying Clifton got the loss and the no decision, and I realized there's 2 Cliftons.
My eyes may be bad, but they're not that bad.
It's true. I believe you. Providence Crabs 5-4. They walk it off for the 12th win of the season. It's a run-scoring single by Whiskey Fuse in the bottom of the 9th to get the win for Providence. Okay, no stolen base for him. 2 RBIs for Cali Alvarez on a 2-for-4 day. Eminem and Cross Erickson both get 2 hits. On the side of Providence, we have 2 RBIs from Shiesty Jr., and 2 hits and an RBI from both Alligator and Fuse. Buendia blows the save. DePotson gets the win. Benjamin takes the loss for third base, and James Daly will be your player of the game. Only 2 earned runs over 7 innings pitched.
Voyagers improved to 11-8 with a 9-3 victory. For Nashville, 2 hits from Salamanca, Yoboa, and from Jones. Oh, right, Bailey. Oh, that's right. New York, 2 hits, 3 RBIs for DeMars, and 2 hits from Dion and Franklin Cerro. As Dion keeps on stealing the bases, he finally got caught for the first time, 18 out of 19 now. Pitching-wise, Patey version 2 the win. Cream their 3rd loss. Player of the game is going to be Johnny Patey version 2.
Next up, the Detroit Demons will get the victory over the Pathfinders 3-2. Pathfinders out hit them by 4, but it's the runs that count. Dinamite goes 3-for-4 on the day. Larson gets 2 hits, and Lewis will add an RBI for Toronto. Detroit gets 2 hits from Burnside and an RBI each from Apollo Jackinson and Gunk Jr. O'Quarters gets the win, Williams the hold, Delling their 2nd save, and Accept Your Welcome will get their 1st loss of the season. For Toronto, despite the quality start, they will still be your player of the game.
Multitasking. Here we go. 8-6 is this one. As the Apex improved to 11-8, the Vandals dropped to just 3-16. Indianapolis, 3 hits, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored for the Jew. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Kyle. And for Vancouver, a 3 RBI day for Garfield, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for King Jr. Over on Vancouver, Chapler the win, wins the loss. Judah the Jew is your player of the game.
Next up, the Boise Raptors will get a win over the Cancun Toros. Kind of a bit of an upset here. 7-2 victory for the Boise Raptors. 2 RBIs each for Gonzalez, McMagic, and Allen, while Emeritus the first gets 3 hits and 3 runs. Cancun gets 3-for-4 day from Schmidt and 2 RBIs from JQ. Sampson will take the loss for Cancun. While on the side of Boise, the win will go to Tucker Montgomery. Papa Emeritus the first is your player of the game.
Sloths are going to win this one 4-1 against the Sea Serpents. Looks like double and a homer in the 5th inning off starter. For Seattle, 3 hits and an RBI for Miss. For San Antonio, 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Cold, a hit and 2 RBIs with 2 walks for Long Pipe. San Antonio the win, Kumuro the hold, and some weirdo named Marvel gets the save. Cookie gets their 4th loss, and San Antonio is your player of the game.
Only needed 4 pitches for the save. 3 of them strikes.
Very inexpensive.
True. Aviators will get the win 2-0 to push the Rougarous to 1-18 on the season. 2-for-3 day for Dunkin' Donuts with an RBI and a run scored for the Aviators. For New Orleans, they scatter 4 hits, and Faker will walk twice. Silence will get a loss for the Rougarou, despite a good start on the mound. Walrus Jones, an even better start on the mound with the win. 8 shutout innings, only 3 hits and a walk, striking out 7. Ottav gets their 5th save, and Walrus Jones will be your player of the game.
It's just climbing the save standings. Ridiculous.
And that will finish up the May 14th part of our stream, bringing us to May 15th, a quick sim day. So we'll go ahead and start things off with HBJ taking you through the first game.
As the surge continue, wow. What is that box score? They were up 8-0, then it was 8-5, 11-5, 11-7, and that's how it ended. As we look at DBS, all these games have been either high scoring or nothing. 3 hits for Salmon Arms, 3 hits for Slammer, and 2 hits, 4 RBIs for Ray Card, a grand slam. For Buffalo, 3 hits for Forbes Jr., 3 hits, 2 RBIs for Taylor. As we look at the pitching, this is going to be ugly. Schramm gets the win despite giving up a grand slam. Stryker Jr. the loss, giving up 6 over 3 2/3. And Ray Card is going to be your player of the game.
It's the duality of pitching there. Stryker Jr. went from a complete game shutout to 6 earned runs over 3.2. Yikes. We do have a milestone hit, though. Poe Scott, with 1 inning pitched tonight, reaches 1750 innings pitched on the career. So congratulations, Poe Scott, for reaching that milestone. Next up, we have the Providence Crabs taking down the Lunar Base Space Rangers 7-2, out hitting them 12-4. 3 hits for Alligator, 3 RBIs for Shiesty Jr. On the side of Lunar Base, Chains goes 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Right into Dirt will take the loss on the start for Lunar Base, while Ronlin gets the win in relief for Providence with 2.1 no-hit innings, only allowing 1 walk. Mr. Alligator will be your player of the game.
The Voyagers are going to win this one on a sacrifice fly against the seemingly unstoppable Juan Rodriguez. We have for Nashville 2 hits, 5 at-bats for Saul with an RBI, 2 hits for Windsor and Jones. For New York, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Cove, 3 hits and an RBI for Cove. Am I going insane yet? Ness with a clean 2 innings, getting their first win of the season. Rodriguez, 2 1/3, gives up the go-ahead run and the winning run in the 9th inning. Loss and the blown save. Belloc Cove is your player of the game.
Next up, the Pathfinders will get the win over the Detroit Demons 5-2, out hitting them 10-8. 2 RBIs each for Namite and Larson, and 2 hits for Pilsudski and Brinkley Jr. Detroit gets 2 hits each from Dogwood and Apollo, and an RBI each from Gunk Jr. and Nakamura, both on the solo shot. Thrasterson will get the win for Toronto, while Yates and Toussaint both get holds, and J. Dr. Jr. gets their second save. Bader will take the loss for Detroit, while Thrasterson will be your player of the game.
Multitasking at this point. I'm trying to tell my LR what's happening. As Indy wins this one 10-7, as how many games in a row is that? As they drop to 3-17. For Indy, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Nitro and Hammer. 3 RBIs for Pico. For Vancouver, 2 hits for Swerve Jr., 2 hits, 3 RBIs for Instantaneous Peter Oatmeal III. For your pitching for Indy, 2 hits, 2 run. No, excuse me. Their second win for Izali. Willie Miller gets their 4th loss. Your player of the game is going to be Jaquez Hammer.
You asked how many games that was for. Was that for Vancouver?
Vancouver.
That is now 6 in a row lost for Vancouver. They have not won a game.
Oh, I thought that was a lot longer, and I was about ready to feel horrible for him.
Yeah, they've not won a game yet this sim. They came in at 3-11.
At least they're not New Orleans.
True. Cancun Toros. Well, maybe they would want to be New Orleans since they have the higher draft pick in that case. But Cancun Toros improved to 17-3 with the win over the Boise Raptors 5-4. 3 for 4 day for Papa Emeritus I. Wyneus Cove will get 2 RBIs. On the side of Cancun, Tony Sims. Is that Wyneus Cove or is that a different? Well, it's Why Not Cove. Sorry. Why Not Cove? There's 2 Y Coves now. Tony Sims goes 3 for 5 with an RBI. Wall goes 2 for 5 with 2 RBI. Nova Montana gets the win for Cancun. Wheeler and Penalty both get holds, and Ryan Knock will get their 5th save. Casey Mees will get their 4th loss on the season for Boise, and Nova Montana will be your player of the game.
As the Sauce win another one, they're inching closer. 8-12 now in the season. They win this one 3-1. For Seattle, another 3-hit game for Shane Knox, inching that average closer to 300. Rodka, 2 hits. 3 hits in 3 at-bats with 2 RBIs for Lutz, and a 2-hit day for Long Pipe. Pitching, Shohei Ohtani is going to take their 2nd loss. Short leash. Dictator gets their 1st win of the season. with Marvell getting the hold. I think they pitched 3 straight days. That's not healthy. As Shepard gets the save, and Evil Dictator is your player of the game.
I do want to point out 2 more milestones that we have hit. With Lutz's walk, they now have reached 450 walks on the career. And with Vito's 1 hit on the day, they have now reached 1,000 hits on the career. So congratulations to both James Lutz and Big Vito for hitting those 2 milestones. In the last Majors game of May 15th will be a victory for the Aviators, who improved to 10-10 on the season over the New Orleans Rougarous. 3-2 is the final score. We have an RBI each for Donuts and Henry, and 2 hits for Kim and Kauru on the side of Outer Banks. For New Orleans, 2 hits for Bang and 2 RBIs for Faker. Tentacion gets the hole, while Freeman takes the loss in the blown save for the Rugs. And Ottav will get their first win on the season for the Outer Banks Aviators in relief, 2 shutout innings. Adam Hangman will be your player of the game, though. 2 earned runs over 8 innings pitched on the start. No decision for the Outer Banks starting pitcher. Thank you very much, Toast Charger, for subscribing with Prime, subscribing for 5 months. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. We love every single subscription that comes in on these streams, so thank you very much. We'll head to the Miners box scores, and HBJ will start us off with the first one.
A lot of weird stuff happening. This sim is a 12-8 Brew City Bears team is going to win this one 5-2. 3-hit day for Reyes and 2 hits for Wallace. For Bruce City, a 2-hit 3-walk day for Ixon and a 2-hit day for Hound Streamer. For pitching, Konus is going to get the loss. Johnson, the no decision. And Lotso, Heineken, Bear, the original, is going to get the win. Paps, the save. And your player of the game is going to be Notice Ixon.
Puerto Rico Ross will get the win over the Louisville Lemurs here 4-2. 3 RBIs for Thomas on the side of the Ranas. On the side of Louisville, Javier Franco, the DH, will get 3 hits. Shirazi will get the win. Vandals the save, their second of the season. Bubbles will take the loss in the blown save for Louisville, while Mata will get the no decision on the start, but they will be the player of the game with 6.1 shutout innings, only allowing 3 hits.
16 innings. As
2
the
away from the
Flamingos are
double
going to
game.
win this one. Yeah, nice doubleheader. 5-4 win for the Flamingos. 3 RBI day for Essence, including a 3-run homer. 3 hits for Blanco and Capone. Florida, 3 for 8 day for Scudo. 2 for 5 day with 3 RBIs for Steelflex. Pitching. Otter the win, Godbisky the loss, and Garoppolo the blown save. Player of the game is going to be Luna, Jose Rodriguez Ortiz.
Next up, the Firehawks take down the Hepcats here 5-2, out hitting them 11-5. 4 RBIs for our Clear Not Cloudy, part of that being a 2-run homer. Archer goes 3 for 5, as does T1000. On the side of Kansas City, we have the sole RBI coming from Thriller and 5 hits scattered amongst the team. Legacy Point will take the loss on the start, while Pitt will get the win for California, their first of the season. 43 Junior gets their 3rd save, and the player of the game is Unruly Rally Diamonds, our Clear Not Cloudy, at the PBE Bigger Strange Podcast Stadium, home of the Water Pigeons.
You were getting too much out of that.
Gotta get the mileage.
As a 9-3 win for the 9-11 State College Swifties. For Amarillo, a 3-hit day for Ruiz, and that looks like that's about it. 3 hits and RBI for them. State College, 3 hits and 3 trips with 2 walks for Grove. 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Asaro and Cool Crab. Pitching. Neither starter factors in. Loss is Blahaj. And Mantix the win. Chance Grove is your player of the game from the count. Longarage Strong Baden Dictionary for My Own Words Stadium.
All right, well, you don't have to read the stadium name every time.
I know. I just wanted to see if I could say it. Because you were asking if someone could pronounce it, so I figured why not?
Why not Cove?
Oh, my
And that will do
God.
it for May 15th. We'll go ahead and save advance the day. Advance the day of the same again. No
I'm
games
not.
in. What's up?
Someone find a substitute streamer for next time with AJ.
No games in the majors for May 16th. We are going to stream one last game, though. It is Chicago taking on Florida. Florida and Chicago both 10-10 on the season. Chicago 3-5 on the road. Florida 7-7 at home. Vincent Heiderscheid will take to the mound for Chicago, while for the Florida Flamingos, it's going to be Theodore Furness. Furness 2-2 on the season with a 4.66 ERA. Heiderscheid also 2-2 on the season, but with a little bit better ERA at 3.60. What do you think, HBJ, between these two teams? Which team are you taking for the win here? Who do you think is going to get the victory?
Well, you were cutting out a little bit, so I wanted to wait for you to finish saying something. Okay, so here they just played a 16-inning game the previous day. The bullpens are probably drained. Oh, that's what that name is. Strikes out against the Ranas. I
Oh,
wonder who named that bot.
is that a bot? Maybe it's not.
It doesn't seem like a regular player.
I'm
I
going
don't
to check.
wouldn't
I'm going to
think.
check. You keep talking, and I'll check.
But yeah, no, Steelflex is looking good this season. 322 average. Florida's probably not going to have the advantage with Furness with a 4.66 ERA. Heiderscheid is looking good, 3.60 ERA, higher overall. Blanco looking good so far, 292 average. And Essence, I think Essence is going to have a big game. And no, I'm not saying that just because they're here. I'm saying Essence is going to have a really good game, being the leadoff hitter against Furness. Yes, they're only 3 for 15 against them lifetime, but I have a good feeling about this. Very strong feeling that Essence is going to be the cure for whatever is ailing Chicago right now.
I actually can't find this player, so I'm guessing it is a bot.
Better be a bot at this point because
Yeah,
bot
it's.
names are getting ridiculous.
I think it is a bot.
That's Florida, right? Florida?
Yeah, yeah. I was looking through Florida's bots, and they're all named like Stickbird or something like that. I don't know.
Well, you know what that is, right? That
What?
was probably Hummus. No, not Hummus. That was somebody who probably won the naming rights yesterday.
Oh, maybe it
Or
was. I don't know.
let's see. Flamingo's batter's bot.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
the G. Of course, Rory won it. Rory won it, so he got to name one of the bots.
Oh, okay. So okay. Roy named the bot. Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Uh,
Well, we know who won the Firehawks Stadium name. They have a pitcher that someone could have named. Bauer named that one, so maybe we'll see one of those tonight.
all right.
Uh, and then you got the Dillo Stadium name. I didn't see DVS's stadium name, so it's always good to think about.
All right. Well, the total home runs is the prediction 1.5 over under. Get those last minute predictions in now because we are about to head on into game. I'll be taking you through the top halves of the innings with the Chicago Kingpins at the bat against Theodore Furness, while HBJ will take you through the home halves of the innings with the Flamingos versus Vincent Heiderscheid. We're about ready to get on into game. It's going to be Evanescence, Pedro Blanco, and Cyrus Kidd. Cryus Kidd against Theodore Furness in the top of the first as we get underway.
Get that one wrong too. It's okay. Evanescence. I said they were gonna have a good game, and I'm hoping it's true.
Well, we will see. Evanescence, the center fielder. We'll see if they have a good game. Average is only 200 on the season. This not starting off the best with a fly out to left against Theodore Furness. That'll bring up Pedro Blanco. Pedro Blanco will get a base hit into right, and the Kingpins have a base runner. Kidd grounds into a 4-6-3 double play, excellently turned by the Flamingos defense. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Chicago gets a hit, but no one across.
Here's Sakudo. Line to right at the right fielder, Kent Murphy II. Keto lines to left, and that's going to be over the left fielder's head, and that's going to be a triple. As here comes Steel Flex. Grounder to short, runner is in, and that's Steel Flex's 14th RBI in the season. As Hireshide is down in a 1-0 deficit already. D. Fernandez, modeled after the late Jose Fernandez, is going to strike out. As we head to the top of the second, 1-0 Chicago is down.
Kent Murphy II will start off with a strikeout against Furnace. Al Capone, the DH, hitting .280, 2 home runs on the season. It's going to ground out to the shortstop, Sakudo. I'll bring up Anthony Simmons III, who strikes out another, not another, but a 1-2-3 inning for the Kingpins offense as we head to the bottom of the second.
Gotta love that cough button. As Daniel King is going to flip one towards left, Alexander is going to make the catch. Nash DeVille is going to go down swinging as Kidd holds on to the foul tip. Strikeout number 2 for Hireshide. Lightning McQueen is going to go down swinging as well on a 3-2 pitch. Hireshide with 2 strikeouts in the inning as we head to the top of the third. 1-0 Florida.
Quavion Davis Jr., the left fielder, is going to ground out to the shortstop, but Sakudo can't make the transfer. It's going to be an error against the Flamingo shortstop. And past a diving second baseman goes the ball as Jalexi Alexander gets a base hit into right, sending Davis Jr. to third. Wild pitch, but a recovery will mean the runners stay exactly where they are, and Beach will strike out to leave the runners at the corners. And Evan Essence grounds into the 6-4-3 double play, ending the inning. Kingpins get 2 base runners, and they had them both with no outs, but they do not score.
Strikes out against the Rondas is going to fly out against the Kingpins. Essence makes the catch on that one. Jimothy Jr. is going to ground through the shift into right center as they are on base. Kudo now. Flies to center field. Essence makes the catch. And Kettle is up, having tripled, and they're going to get hit for their efforts. As here comes Steel Flex, 0 for 1 with an RBI ground out, and they're going to ground out to second base, so no threat there. We head to the top of the fourth. Blanco will lead it off. As Blanco grounds out to the third baseman. Kidd now.
Cry's Kidd will get on board with a single to follow up that ground out, and now Kent Murphy II will ground it into a double play. Another double play turn by the Flamingos offense. I think that's 3 so far on the game, and we head to the bottom of the fourth.
E. Fernandez hitting .276 is going to strike out again. Second strikeout for them. 4th for Heiderscheid. King now. Grounder to third. Throw to first is in time for the second out. DeVille up now. Short center right in front of the center fielder Essence. Lightning McQueen now. Grounder to the first baseman. Simmons the third makes the play for the final out. We head to the fifth. 1-0 Florida.
It's going to be Capone, the DH, first up against Furnace in the top of the fifth. Quick strikeout by Capone will bring up Simmons the third. Strike 3, 2-2, swing and a miss from Simmons the third. Now Davis Jr. takes to the box. Grounder short over to first in time. And the Kingpins go 1-2-3. Flamingos still lead 1-0 as we hit to the bottom of the fifth.
Here's strikes out against the Ranas, and they're going to strike out against the Kingpins. Jimothy Jr. with the shift on is going to hit through the shift again in the exact same spot. That's their second hit. Sakudo now is going to hit a blooper over the shortstop into center field. As here comes Kate Till, who's tripled and struck out. And they've now hit into a 5-4-3 double play to end the fifth. We head to the sixth. 1-0 Florida. 8, 9, and 1.
It's going to be Alexander Beach and Essence due up. Alexander draws a walk on a 3-1 pitch. They'll bring up Micah Beach, who's 0 for 1 on the day, make it 0 for 2 with a fly out to left. Evan Essence, the center fielder, will get that one up the middle. Base hit for Essence, and on to third is Alexander. Runners at the corners for Blanco, who strikes out on the 2-2 fastball. 6th K on the day for Theodore Furness. And Christ Kid, the catcher, with runners at the corners and 2 outs, will get a RBI single. Chicago ties it up as soon as Ringo Mushingo enters the ball game in relief. First batter they face, they give up an RBI. And a walk issued now to Kent Murphy II. Now the Kingpins are really threatening. Bases loaded. RBI, 2 RBIs for Al Capone, the DH. 2-run single. Chicago now in front, 3-1. Big inning for the Chicago Kingpins. And a ground out by Simmons III will end the big inning. But Chicago strikes for 3 and takes the lead for the first time today.
Here comes Steel Flex. Steel Flex hits a high to right center, but Essence is there. D. Fernandez, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Is going to ground it deep short, and that's going to be an error. As here's King. King grounds to a 4-6 force out. DeVille up now with the Flamingos down 2. Flip job to left, and the left fielder Davis Jr. is there to make the play. As we head to the 7th inning, it's now 3-1 Chicago.
Top of the 7th, bottom third of the lineup. Davis Jr. will start things off, and that's going to be a throwing error, it looks like. An error on Daniel King, the third baseman. Davis Jr. will reach second. Alexander will fly out to left. Runner stays exactly where they're at, and Micah Beach will strike out on the 1-2 pitch. Bringing up the top of the order yet again, Yvonne Essence. With a runner on second and 2 away, will fly that one into left field. Fairly easy grab for Steel Flex. And we'll head to the stretch here in Florida, followed by the bottom of the 7th.
Lightning McQueen now 0 for 2. Walks against Ruggsy with the Heelys. Strikes out against the Ranas, and there's a pickoff, and McQueen is not speed there. But here's some speed for you as Ranas is going to slide into second base with a double. That would have scored the run to make it a 3-2 game, but Jimothy now. Jimothy to center field. Essence is there. And Essence is going to throw to the cutoff to hold the runner there. Scudo now. Scudo hits to right field. That's not going to tie the game, though, as that's just routine to Murphy and right. We head to the 8th. 3-1 Chicago.
We'll see if Chicago adds to their lead here. It's going to be Blanco first up, grounding that back to the pitcher. There's out number 1. Christ Kid, the catcher. Swings and a miss on the 2-2 delivery. Got him with the circle change. Extremely confident does. Kent Murphy II enters the game. Deep drive to left field, but it will be caught by Steel Flex, and that will end the inning. Side retired. Chicago goes down in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th.
6 outs remain in this game for the Mingos. Cato to left, 1 down. Steel Flex now, 0 for 3 with an RBI, and there's their first hit as they're on. D. Fernandez now, 0 for 3. And there's an error. As that one's into foul territory, first baseman gets back to it, but Fernandez on second. Here's Dan King. Center field, Essence lines it up. Throws to the cutoff man, and that makes it a 3-2 game. Still down a run, DeVille up, Fernandez on second base. And they swing and a miss on a 1-2 cutter as we head to the 9th. 1-run game, Chicago needing insurance.
Much closer game now, only 1 run separates them. Al Capone grounding out to short, bringing up Anthony Simmons III. Deep fly ball to right field, almost back to the track is DeVille, but they will make the grab. Davis Jr. will ground out to third, and that will end the top half of the inning. Flamingos need 1 run to tie it, 2 to walk off.
Comes Ruggsy back out there for Lightning McQueen, and a diving catch by Blanco. Against the Ranas now with 1 out against USADA Pecora, as there's a strikeout as well. No, that was a strikeout. Timothy Jr.
Oh.
Right field! Good tie! We are tied! Can you believe that? A fastball 93, Jimothy Jr., 3 for 4 on the day now, has tied this ball game. Kudo now. Pop up to the shortstop Blanco. Jimothy Jr. with their 5th home run of the season ties us here in the 9th. We head to the 10th.
Wouldn't be a Chaos Mod stream without an extra inning game. Extremely confident. Back to the mound from the top of the 10th. Striking out Alexander and bringing up Micah Beach. Beach will fly out to left for out number 2, and Evanescence now with no one on the base paths and 2 away, fly out to center field. Flamingos back in the walk-off territory with their 2-3-4 hitters coming up in the bottom of the 10th.
So in the batter's box, 1 for 3. And the winning run is on first with nobody out. Steel flex now. Fly to center, not deep. Essence is there, makes the catch. Fernandez now. Fernandez, base hit center field, and the runner is going to hold at second base. Daniel King. Liner to center. Essence makes the catch. Throw it back to the cutoff man. 2 down. DeVille now looking for the walk-off. Bases loaded. Jimmy Garoppolo, choke artist extraordinaire. And McQueen is going to pop out to the first baseman to end the inning. As Pecora loaded the bases, Garoppolo gets out of it.
Top of the 11th. Blanco, Kidd, and Murphy do up. Blanco launches that into right field, but it's going to be caught by Nash DeVille. Christ, Kidd is going to launch that one into right one. That's going to go a little bit farther, but it's still going to be caught by DeVille. I thought that one was gone from the sound of it. Murphy the second will lace that into left field. A diving catch by Steel Flex, and the inning is over. Bottom of the 11th coming up still 3-3.
There's a pop out to the shortstop. Jimothy Jr. is already home run. And they ground out to second base. Sakudo now with a fly ball short center field. All games are final except for this one as we head to the 12th after the Sakudo flyout.
It's going to be Capone, Simmons III, and Davis Jr. Capone is going to strike out on the full count. Simmons III now. A sliding catch in center field by against Theranos, and now Dequadion Davis Jr. will strike out on the 1-2. Side is retired, 3 up, 3 down for Chicago. Score remains at 3 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 12th.
Still up now with a walk against Jimmy Garoppolo. What is he going to do now? There's a ground ball, fielder's choice as Steel Flex is on still. D. Fernandez, 1 for 5. And a pick off at first base, and he's out.
Wow.
And we head to the 13th inning. It is 3-3. I will be right back.
Will we see the doubleheader 18 innings? Jalexi Alexander will start things off in the top of the 13th. My bestie is Bauer, takes to the mound. And they get a fly out from Alexander. Beach grounds out to the second baseman for out number 2. Deep drive by Evanescence doesn't quite reach the track, and Nash DeVille will retire the side. Still 3-3. Start things off with Daniel King, the bottom half of the 13th. The ground out to short. Nash DeVille now will line out. Lunging effort by Blanco to make the catch. Lightning McQueen grounds out as well. 1-2-3 goes the bottom of the 13th. No score since the bottom of the 9th, and we head to the top of the 14th. Pedro Blanco, the shortstop. Fly ball into center field. It will be grabbed by against Theranos. Christ Kidd. Pop flies right back to the pitcher for out number 2. Kent Murphy II. Grounds that one past the second baseman. Past Miroslav Kettle. Now Al Capone will strike out to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 14th. Let's keep on going. Bottom of the 14th. Strikes out against the Ranas. It's going to ground out to the shortstop Pedro Blanco. Shift is on for Jimothy Jr. And a fly ball into center field will retire them. Ichiban Sakudo, the shortstop. Gets that one past the third baseman. And the winning run is on first, but with 2 outs. They're off for second, so kudos, safe for the stolen base. It's going to be Kettle grounding out to the shortstop to end the threat. Side is retired. We head to the top of the 15th.
God.
Simmons the third starting things off at the top of the 15th inning. Deep drive to left field. Out of here. Simmons the third is going to put the Kingpins back on top. 4-3. Meaning the Flamingos will have to score in the bottom half of this inning to stay alive and to keep this game a-rolling. Davis Jr. will get a base hit into left. No one out still for the Kingpins. Alexander, base hit. Back-to-back-to-back hits for the Kingpins. Beach will fly out to left. First and second with 1 out for Evanescence. Wild pitch. Runners advance to second and third. And the walk is issued on the 3-1 count to Evanescence. Pedro Blanco, 1 out, bases loaded. Pop fly, right side. Easy grab for the second baseman. Infield fly, actually. Cryas Kid. So we'll lace that one up the middle. RBI single. 2 RBI single for Cryas Kid, and the Kingpins take a 3-run lead. 6-3 the score now in favor of Chicago. Kent Murphy II blasts that into left field, but it will be caught by Steelflex to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 15th. Flamingos need 3.
Steelflex faces Bauer bottom. First pitch after the 2-0 is a base to left. Fernandez. Line to right, first out. Daniel King now. Fly to center, it's deep, but it's caught. Down to their final out here, down 3. DeVille up now. And they're going to walk. The tying run is at the plate of McQueen facing Crony. And they're going to walk.
Oh.
Could we see it here against the Ranas? Runner to third. Runner was safe, but they called him out as we have a 6-3 Kingpins victory. Unbelievable. They just played 16 innings the game before.
I was going to point that out.
They've now played 31 innings in the last 2 games.
Yep.
Oh. I think we found out what the name of that bot was.
Yeah, it's my bestie.
M is Bauer.
My bestie is Bauer, yeah.
And they take the loss, so Godbisky the win, bunch of holds, a blow save, and Crony gets the win. No, Crony gets the save. Vincent Heiderscheid goes 6 innings, doesn't factor in, and gets the player of the game.
That's over 3 games of baseball in 2 days for these guys.
Yeah, and boy, their arms tired.
Oh, for sure. As we head around the rest of the league for the last day of the stream, the Lemurs will get the win over the Ranas 7-4. 3 hits for Berezowski, 2 RBIs for Stern of the Steel variety. Louisville gets 2 RBIs from McKinnon and 3 RBIs from Javier Franco. Aria takes the loss on the start for Puerto Rico. Roberts gets the win for Louisville, King Julian the hold, and McFraud the save. Diego Javier Franco will be your player of the game.
Firehawks are going to lose this one 3-1. A 3-hit day at the plate for Garbanzo, 2 hits for Dynasty. For California, 2-hit day for Arnott Cloudy, and 3-walk day for McGillicuddy. Losing pitcher is going to be McForty-3. Winning pitcher is going to be Glorbenspiel. Hold for Choate. Alpero the save. Rain delay of 37 minutes in the 3rd inning. Starburns, Glorbenspiel is your player of the game.
Next up, the Wheelers take down the Bears on the road. 5-3 is the victory for Anchorage. Excuse me. Rhino Leg gets 3 hits for Brew City. On the side of Anchorage, O Cove goes 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Guy Manuel Luar will get the win for Anchorage Wheelers. Kinsella the hold and Grimes the save. Ford will take the loss for Brew City, falling to 0-4. And O Cove will be your player of the game. I'm not going to try and pronounce that.
Blame Evok. As State College game under 500 now. 5-2 is the win. As we look at Amarillo, a 2-hit day for Gordon and for Whirlwind. 2 RBIs for Grove and Hayden Andrews Jr. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Jeff Salad, the loss. All the girls you loved before is going to get the win. T2, the hold, and look what you made me do, the save. Your player of the game is Hayden Andrews Jr.
And that will do it for today's stream. We end on May 16th, so we'll go ahead and save and start the upload. Let's go ahead and do that. That looks good. As does that. Cool. And we will start the upload. A few quick thank yous. Thank you, as always, to the mods for all their work with the predictions and with the moderating of stream chat. Thank you to the stat team, specifically Double Dub, for providing all those milestones today. And thank you to you, HBJ, for co-hosting with me today.
Wouldn't have missed it. I don't know if you realized, 2 out of my last 4 that I've done have had a no-hitter in them.
Really?
Yeah, there was the Firehawks one last season, and then there was the no-hitter in this one.
Who threw the Firehawks one?
That was a combined no-hitter.
Oh, combined no-hitter, okay.
And then Bazooka Joe throws a no-hitter, 10-0 game, a 16-inning game, a 15-inning game.
8-run ninth at some point. A couple
8-run ninth, yes. Teams coming back from being down like 8-2 and winning 10-7.
All the innings, indeed. Indeed. Ask the booth, AJ, can I get a few smooches? Also, what are you recreating as? And John Wayne, waffles or pancakes?
Oh God. I like my stacks either way, so I'll take both.
Pretty good answer. As for what I'm recreating as, who was it? I think it was Gurren when I first created with Wendy, who's a anime reference to the anime Fairy Tail. There's 7 dragon slayers, which is the term for those that wield magic that can slay dragons, or those that gain their power from dragons, I should say. That and so those 7 dragon slayers, without spoiling too much of the anime, I've been trying to play as one of those dragon slayers in a few sim leagues and in like a couple of D&D like one shots and campaigns. So I've knocked out, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 7 so far. And I don't think I'm going to be doing one of them. So it's going to be between 2 different names for the actual name. For the position, it won't be a pitcher. I've had pitchers for the last 2 players that I've had. I need a batter because I want to try and maybe win an MVP at some point, and pitchers can't do that. So we're just rolling with a batter at some point. So we'll be seeing a batter, likely an outfielder. Loxus actually was not. Loxus actually, I was my first ISFL create, so that's not going to be. That's not going to be the one. I did Loxus in. It was my first create in ISFL. Gagio Red Fox is my current ISFL player, who apparently had a great game tonight while we were streaming. So I was a little bit disappointed that I couldn't watch that, but I got pinged like 4 times in my DSFL locker room. And then so I got Loxus and Gagio are down. I did Natsu in a D&D campaign, and then Wendy now, and I'm not going to be doing Cobra because he's just like got a pseudonym. So it's like I just don't want my character to just be named Eric with no last name. So it will either be Sting Eucliffe or Rogue Cheney, one of those 2. Why is Sponge better than John Wayne? Says Redriff. HBJ, care to answer that or no? Are you there? Hello? I think we lost HBJ. Can you guys hear me at least? Chat? Chat, please tell me that you can hear me. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, we just lost HBJ then. Alright. Did you mute your microphone? You're not muted in Discord, so I don't know if you can hear us. Anyway, why is Sponge better than John Wayne? Sponge is more porous. That's my answer. Yeah, like SpongeBob. I know you're probably asking like why Rabbit is, but Rabbit Sponge, but yes, thank you, Paz. I was glad that I'm glad that we're rehashing this discussion from way at the beginning of the stream. What gym leader would you be type wise? I answered in chat briefly. I said Dark. Most of my favorite Pokemon are Dark type. I love Zoroark. Darkrai I probably wouldn't be allowed to use because it's a gym and it's Darkrai's mythical. But I'd be normal because I'm basic, or are you talking? Or are you talking about HBJ? Oof. Oof. Am I basic? Dark is Diop. Oh, was that a misspelling of dope? Go ahead and quickly search dark type. See which types I'd be using.
Hey, what did I miss?
You missed a few things. What Pokemon gym leader would you be, HBJ?
I don't have a choice. I do like water and I like grass, even though they're weak against each other.
All right, solid picks.
That and I think I like Squirtle and I like Bulbasaur because they're cute when they're small, but they're dangerous when they get fully evolved.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'd definitely go with Dark. I probably definitely would have a Zoroark somewhere in the team. Maybe a King Gambit. Use it better than Gita did in Scarlet and Violet. What else? Sharpedo is pretty cool. Drapion, definitely Drapion. Maybe a Crocodile.
Wait a minute. I missed something in the chat. I know I missed something before.
What did you miss?
Why is Sponge better? Hey. Fred, I'll let you have Hammer. I'll stop hammering. I'll stop helping you with Jacquez Hammer's updates, you know. Because I remember when I had to update him, and I remember what hell that was. So, you listen to me, sweet summer child. Unless you want to deal with that again. Just had to. I just had to get that in there.
Man. And fun times were had by all. Paz, did you answer? Did you answer what type of gym leader you would be?
Yes, I did. Water or grass?
Yeah, you did. Sorry, I was asking Paz. Because Paz posed the question initially. So if you were to make either a water or a grass, Paz would be steel. Nice, that's solid too. Steel is really fun. The defensive typing of steel is a very fun concept. Or ground would be decent too.
Electricity is always weak to that.
It's true. Yep. So anyone that came in with an electric team would just get demolished by Paz's team. If you were to make it,
it's my heart.
a grass or water gym, what would be your signature Pokemon?
Oh, now you got me thinking.
You can pick one.
I feel like I'm on your
water.
Okay. Well, if I had to think, Piplup would be my starter because I know they, and Empyrean is the one that they end up evolving into fully. Uh, and for grass, I like Trico because then it becomes Grovyle fully grown.
Okay. If you were to
Yeah,
pick,
no, no frills, no frills.
all right, fair enough. Johnny with the first guy opening with the Piplup. First gym opening with the Piplup. Yeah.
I'd be the a-hole who would blow up everything. I would be the a-hole who would be demolishing all the electric types and everything else.
Demolishing electric types with the water type gym?
Well, not all of them have to be straight water-based Pokemon. It's a
That's true.
water-type gym, though.
Yeah. I mean, Empoleon Water Steel would be. That takes neutral damage against steel or electric, right?
I think so. But, yeah, no, I wouldn't be too concerned because there's a lot of things that you could demolish with water. Or more specifically, ice type. I think there's ice type Pokemon too, because I don't think there's such a thing as a water and ice type Pokemon, but
There's
could be.
Lapras.
Lapras actually sounds like a really good one too. Ice Beam. Oh man, that
Ice.
sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Being able to ride around on a Lapras all the time.
Oh, there's the Walrein line as well for Ice Water. Same with Cloyster, Dugong, Arctivish, and Iron Bundle. So there's a few of them. We should have a Pokemon tourney on the forums. Everyone take a party and post it, and then you can do a tourney and Pokemon Showdown. I'd be down. Dude, someone get community events to do a Pokemon Showdown tournament. I'm in. Sign me up. Halloween themed Pokemon Go, says Hummus. Yeah, Pokemon Go switched over to their Halloween theming.
I mean, I just got a Halloween tattoo on my other arm.
It's a Halloween tattoo? What kind of tattoo? What kind of Halloween?
Oh, it's just a little ghost with a scythe that's going around with a little boba tea, and little bats around it.
Nice.
Well, considering my other tattoo is a sibling one with 3 gorillas or chimps. One has a pair of earphones on, the other one has a pair of glasses on, the other one has a microphone. It's the complete opposite of hear no evil, speak no evil, and see no evil.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, tattoos are very, very much a part of good culture. It just depends on the type of person you are. And we are updated.
Just about. I gotta do the second part of it, which I'm working on right now.
No stall teams allowed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what they're talking about.
That's probably a good rule. While I'm finishing up,
stall suck.
Yeah. While I'm finishing up the second part of the upload, I just want to do a little advertisement here with, this Saturday, October 21st, we are wrapping up week 1 with day 4. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Lumosity Fan will be taking you through the final day of week 1, so be sure to tune into that stream. And then starting next week, I'll be opening up week 2 on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time yet again, with Parkwad as my co-host this time. And then and then Dustillation will be taking you through day 2. Day 3 is yet to be determined, but Dustillation will be also taking you through day 4, also with Parkwad, on Saturday, October 28th. So be sure to tune into all those streams and keep an eye on Game Day channel in the main Discord for all of the times of those streams. I think we should be all set now with that second. Yep, we are all set. We have finished the index upload. So that's going to actually do it for our stream tonight. But thank you, everyone, for watching and sticking around to this point. And again, be sure to tune in on Saturday for the next PBE stream. Hope you all have a good rest of your week.